इतना सा फर्क कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Very good evening to all. We at Franchise India welcomes you all to Bharat Franchise Show. It's India's biggest multi-franchise show ever, where our aim is to digitally present some of the handpicked opportunities for you all. We do not endorse any brand. This is just a presentation of different business opportunities so that you can take a right decision. With this introduction, I also welcome brand participants who have joined us today to present their business model with us. I also welcome and invite the management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. During this webinar, we will try to cover all the aspects of business opportunities we will be showcasing. We also encourage all those who have joined to ask questions here and on our hotline number, which is 9717683838. I would also request Sonia ma'am to please take it forward and share a few words with us. Thank you, Sonia ma'am, for joining in today. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Stanton. Very good evening, friends, to all of you. We are in your city, Pune, today. We are marking the 15th day of Bharat Franchise Show as a part of a 100-day multi-city show where Franchise India goes to every city. So every day there's a new city where we travel along with our brands. And I am also extending a very warm welcome to our panel members who have come along with our title sponsor, Hyper Exchange, and associate sponsor, Eurocan. At the same time, I am also pleased to also welcome and introduce our partners from the city of Pune, Jaideep ji, Indrajit ji. They're very senior, experienced business advisors, consultants, and they come with very rich experience of working very closely with prospective business buyers, helping them evaluate opportunities which are right for them. And friends, Pune, we all know, is one of the strongest human capital cities, which has one of the strongest human capital, is also one of the very strong economic growth engines of India. And very interesting aspect, which I was also reading some time back. And Pune is one city where Franchise India has always received a very, very big response from prospective business buyers. And the city has fared very well in also the per capita occupied modern retail space, which places itself in the second position just next to Bangalore. So if you look at the national urban average, where a modern retail space is almost about 833 per square feet per 1,000 population. In case of Pune, it is 1,002 per square feet per 1,000 population, which is the highest after Bangalore, which also depicts the penetration of modern retail in the city. And very interesting analysis, which I would also like to share, is also the split of modern retail space between malls and the shopping streets. And if you look at the distribution of modern retail space in a city like Bombay, it's more skewed towards malls, which is almost 60% is mall and 40% is high street. But in case of Pune, there's a very fair representation, and it's almost 50-50%. About 48% is malls and 52% is high street in case of Pune. And the city also represents a very good opportunity with the real estate as an opportunity. If I have to say, they're big home buyers. After Bangalore, Pune is the second city which has a very big demand for real estate, both I would say home as well as commercial. And like I said, we have always witnessed a great response from the city. And this city, we have brought in many brands, international brands, and a lot of local brands which have gained a lot of popularity also in the last many years. So today, friends, we are representing almost about 10 odd business opportunities that will come to you. All these opportunities are different categories that we'll bring to you in the next, I would say, 1.5 hours to two odd hours. And before I invite our panel members, and I will also request our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maurya, to present to all of you. And I also welcome my colleague, Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, who is the Vice President of Franchiseindia, who will also take up and have a formal introduction to our partners who have joined on the webinar.
Thank you, Sonia. Welcome, friends, and welcome to Pune edition of Bharat Franchise Show. This is our 15th day continuity of bringing show to every day to a new city. Very encouraging response. It also tells a few things. One, obviously, the loyalty which 24 years Franchiseindia has been enjoying. So thank you very much for your patronage, which helps us to continue to work even harder to bring greater products in the market. That's one. Second, I would like to thank my Franchiseindia team at the back end. We work very, very hard, because every day to really get 150, 200 people to really join and come in particular city is not an easy task. It takes a lot of toll on them to do that. You can do it one weekend, you can do a 3-4 days break, but to do every single day a new city and get audience there, it takes a big challenge. And that's what we are really trying to do that. But more importantly, I think we should all be also looking at a early symptom of a recovery of our economy. I would like to give it a more marks to it, because this is a time where we are at the particular stage where people are extremely tired of really what has happened in the last 14 odd months, and especially the last 3 months. So with consciousness, they want to really come back and take businesses in control and so on and so forth. I've never seen a rush to come back to businesses. This is a kind of time where people are a little bit of rush to do it. You know, in the morning, I was driving down from one part of Delhi to another place. It looked to me that this COVID never happened. And this was pretty much the second day of lockdown opening up. Traffic was jammed, everything was going out. While people are conscious, they're wearing their mask and everything, but clearly the message is everybody cannot sit at home. People have to go out and work hard and earn meaningful life for their families and things like that. So that's something which is very, very important. Good encouragement. Franchising is actually on very high demand, because in these times, franchising becomes extremely popular. People, rather than going with their own startup, they go with something which is proven. So they don't want to do an own startup because you don't know which direction it will go. But when you go with something which is proven, you're easy to get started, you are quickly in the business, and you are also being a little bit looked after, so to say, because you're working with the established brand and so on and so forth. So Franchiseindia offers you a lot of opportunities. We give you opportunities on unit franchise, we give you opportunity on area, master, we give you fractional ownership, we give you investment in startups. If you want to invest only in startup and you say, I don't want to buy a franchise, but I want to invest into a startup, so that also is opportunity available. A lot of ROI investments are also available. We have pre-rented properties, pre-rented structures, which is available, which can give you fixed return from 6 to 12%. That also is available, especially in Pune city. We have phenomenal opportunities available, which are available, service apartments, a lot of other rented properties, they all are available. We have a lot of resale opportunities also available. Few joint venture opportunities are available. Some contract manufacturing opportunities are available. A lot of real estate people, because Pune has a lot of, if you see outside Pune, there's a lot of land people are holding and they want to do something. It can be retail, it can be leisure, it can be hospitality, it can be, healthcare, it can be also education. So a lot of projects like that also available with us. And finally, if you want to look at investment abroad, that opportunity is also available. So it's about 11 different opportunities which Franchise India gives to investors in choosing that. Today, because it's been a special moment, because we have multiple presentation, obviously start with Dipanjan, who represents the HX, which is our title sponsor for Bharat Franchise Show. Is one of the persons who really was the first one who said, look, I want to come and support this because I believe in my business and I believe that my business can go to 100 cities. So let me take the challenge and come along with Franchise India to take that. So we will have that. We also have Pooja Bedi. She's a known celebrity. She is also going to be here today. So you will have chance to hear to her and know about her business and so on and so forth. And we have also our another great opportunity which we will present as a sponsor, which is Eurocan, and then multiple other opportunities which would be presented. So I will, before I pass it on to my colleague Sanjay, and then he goes out to introduce our very, very senior consultants who are based out of Pune and available for you to give you the right kind of advice. I'll share one opportunity which normally I would do it in the middle, but because I'm not presenting in the middle today because of the rush, I will share this opportunity. This would be officially announced tomorrow, but for the last 15 days, we have taken this opportunity in the market. It's called GeoBP. GeoBP is part of Reliance initiative to launch next generation petrol pumps. These are next generation petrol pumps, which are creating next level of energy and mobility solutions. Phenomenal opportunity. If anybody is interested on opening up a next generation petrol pump under GeoBP partnership, reach out to our senior consultants and they will be happy to advise you. So over to you, Sanjay, for your remarks, and then please introduce also our valuable consultants.
Thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much, Sonia ma'am, for giving us the insight of some useful data from Pune markets. And Franchise India is completely dedicated to investor servicing because we are investor service company. In that regard, after this information which we are giving to all the investors today from different sectors and different opportunities, we will further handhold you to evaluate and then to take it to the negotiation level, wherein the deal structure would happen, because it is not easy for any investor to go and invest any of the company wherein it's a lot of things you need to take care of before going into investment of any of the opportunity. So to do that, Franchise India has got very strong network in 87 cities today, wherein we have got senior independent franchise consultants with us. They know in and out of franchise business. They do every day. They do 10 hours, 12 hours, the same business, and helping all the investors across to take the right decision and invest in the right opportunity. This is the time wherein we have seen in COVID time that maybe 2 months, 3 months, it was a lockdown period, but businesses, we cannot see from the 2-month perspective. Businesses has to see from 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, or 20 years perspective. And then once it's a long time, investment for you and hard and fast money, which you have to invest in some business. There has to be, and we also suggest and recommend to have one good consultant in between who can help you to select the right opportunity for you. So with Franchise India, we have created that platform wherein we help all investors so that they can do a right investment in right company, to check their background, what they have done, what is their current network, and what is their business model, financial model. In that regard, Franchise India have got, as I said, network in 87 cities. So from Pune, we have a few of our partners who have joined today, and they are very, very senior consultants in franchise business. So now today, I'm introducing Mr. Jaideep. He is from Pune markets. He knows market well. He knows how to go about and understand your opportunity, your requirements, and then he can give you some right advice for that. With that, I'll move on to the next, my senior consultant, Mr. Manish. He is also coming from Pune market, and Mr. Indarji. So they are also helping you out to take it to the next level. And after this webinar, we will pass on your data to them, and they will be having 30-minute a free consulting slot with you, wherein they can analyze and see what is your area, where you should invest, and which market you should go, which business you should take. There are a lot of models every business have. There is a FOCO model, FICO model, and FOFO model also, wherein you can look forward for. Because a lot of investors who don't want to be engaged in the business in the daily work, they don't want to operate. They want to only invest and having a fixed income. So all the opportunities we have, and our consultant would definitely handhold you to select a right option for you. With that note, I'm pleased to invite Mr. Jaideep to welcome his own city guests and city investors, and maybe two lines from his side. So Jaideep ji, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay sir, for that warm welcome. Rather, I welcome Gaurav sir, Sonia ma'am, and Sanjay sir to our city, Pune, and all our brand representatives, brand owners, and all our investors. I welcome you all in Pune. As rightly said by Sonia ma'am and Gaurav sir, it's a rush to open. Like people wants to go out in the market and start their business. Like as we have seen, like pandemic has shown us several aspects, like so several of the businesses that has closed down, but at the same time several new businesses that has tremendously grown, like many of the business like door to door home delivery or logistic that has seen a growth like anything. So nowadays there are so many options, so many opportunities available in the market. So when we are when an investor comes with a mindset that I want to start some business and all, most of the time what we witness as a as a consultant is people comes with a mindset, yes, I want to do something, but I want to do it in a F&B sector, food and beverage. I want to do something with the restaurant or some QSR. It's no brainer, it's absolutely true. But when you have a capital, when you have a investment appetite, why don't you look and explore so many other options? There are so many options available in the FMCG grocery market, or pharma health. Obviously FMCG and these essentials have got a great demand during this pandemic. But apart from this, automotive have got tremendous opportunities. Then the retail, we have a fashion or a footwear or even the jewelry segment. They have got a great tremendous opportunities and options available. So whenever an investment comes with a mindset, okay, I want to do some business, I have got, let's say, a 50 lakh worth of business, I suggest everyone to evaluate several options, like 6, 7, 8, 10 options. You consult, I along with my other panel members, we all are there to we are in regular touch with all the industries, all the brand brand members. So we know in and out of the business, what they are into, what is the ROI they are offering, what is the challenges, what this business brings in, what you have to take care while deciding the investment, or whether deciding the industry. We can sit and we can discuss all the aspect of the business. So I won't be taking much time. I think we have so many options to evaluate today. I request all the investors to look into listen to the brand, their presentations, come up with their questions. I'll take your questions as and when time allows. I'll represent you taking your questions, and you can have your thought, like clarity of the thoughts in the mind while deciding your next business. So thank you so much, Franchiseindia and Gaurav sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Jaideep. Manish ji, over to you. 2 lines quickly from your side also.
Yeah, thanks, Sanjay ji. I warmly welcome everyone, Gaurav sir, Sonia ma'am, Sanjay ji, all brands and all the investors. I warmly welcome all. And already Gaurav sir, Sonia ma'am, Sanjay ji, Jaideep ji, they have explained about the types of models available, types of segments available, what industries and sectors you can invest. And we are locally available consultants in Pune, so we will handhold you in case you have any queries regarding any brand you would like to understand more. You need more handholding, you need more understanding about any sector, brand. We are locally available. You can always contact us. You can direct the query to Franchiseindia hotline, and your query will be directed to us, and any of the consultants present here will handhold you, support you. So thanks all, thanks for joining, and be there till the end. Thanks.
Thank you. Very important. And Indrajit ji, 2 lines from your side, quickly, so that we can start the show.
Yeah, good evening all. Namaskar, Punekar. As always, Punekars are already pouring in and joining in large numbers. So without any delay, I request Sanjay sir, please carry on and please let the meeting begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Indrajit. So it's my privilege to now invite Dipanjan. Dipanjan is the founder for a company called HyperExchange. Great idea, leading company, or probably the pioneer in the phone refurbishing or hardware refurbishing industry. A very fragmented industry. Now he's trying to not only bring the industry together, but also create a phenomenal amount of technology tools so that we can enable a great service and a great product to the end customer. So I don't want to take the full story from him. He has a beautiful story to tell, his journey, his mission, and why he's doing that. He's also been himself very successful in many other businesses, and now in the new avatar, he's now building something even more significant. So over to you, Dipanjan, for your journey and mission HX, what you're trying to do.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Franchiseindia, for this wonderful platform, Bharat Franchise Show, and welcome, Pune, to this session. Hope it's informative for everyone and you learn something, and hopefully some of you are able to invest and participate in some of the brands, including ours, that showcases today. A little bit about myself. I'm Dipanjan Purkayastha. I'm the co-founder and CEO of HyperExchange. Around 25 years working across multiple industries in financial services and information technology. Most of my work has been global in India, but also US, UK, Canada. I work with large companies like Citibank, JP Morgan Chase, many hedge funds. But I've also worked with small businesses, for example, specific businesses of large companies, and grown them to hundreds of millions of dollars. And also done several deals where we have scaled businesses. Like I, scaled a business called Patni Computers at one point, took it to a public listing in the US, and then sold that company for around $1.3 billion. Was also part of the core team that integrated Satyam and Tech Mahindra. So have significant experience across the globe in financial structuring and large business growth. My current adventure is when I came back from the US around 2014, the very clear objective of investing in the startup system, ecosystem that was developing in India. I felt that, across the globe, I think the repercussions of India's startup growth is being felt. If you are tracking that market, you'll notice that we have one of the fastest growing centers for unicorn build. So companies that are $1 billion or more, we are the fastest growing ecosystem for unicorns in the world today. We've already surpassed all the other startup ecosystems except San Francisco, Silicon Valley, in the number of startups that we're developing every year. So we felt that when I was sitting in the US, I think I felt that there's an opportunity, and I came back to India after many years to leverage that opportunity, invest in this space. So what I did was I saw this market, this refurbished electronics market, and I found that to be very, very attractive. Found that to be largely unstructured, which means there's an opportunity for a company to come in and take advantage of this unstructured market, structure it. Also found some very clear innate growth in the business. There's natural organic growth happening within the market. And so we invested in that and we grew. And then something phenomenal happened to us in the form of the pandemic. And I'm going to tell the story. And that completely changed the story for us. And I'm going to talk about that shortly. But first, because all stories should have pictures, let's start with a quick video. So as I mentioned, Gaurav has also introduced us. We are one of the fastest growing players in the refurbished electronics space. And that should mean a lot of things to you. And I'll explain what it means to you as a potential investor. The most trusted brand, one of the brands that started, it started in 2016 with incubated by IIM Calcutta, one of the top incubators in the country, startup incubators in the country. We have grown from strength to strength every year. Last year, Retailers Association of India, which is a top industry body for retailers, awarded us the Retail Startup of the Year in 2020, the year of the pandemic. And this year, Forbes magazine awarded us the 30 under 30 startup list, not just for India, but also for Asia. The products that we deal with typically are, electronics, as I mentioned, but within electronics, mobile phones, laptops, televisions, and accessories. And these products we, provide to our consumers in 3 different grades. The brand new products, then there's unboxed products, which are essentially brand new, but they are typically liquidation, items from large brands, and they don't carry manufacturer warranty. They carry warranty from Hyper Exchange. And then there's the largest part of the business, which is refurbished, which is essentially pre-owned or older products, which are repaired, made like new, and then sold back in the market. We sell this business, these products through 4 different distribution channels, 2 of them online and 2 of them offline. Online, we go through some of the largest marketplaces. For example, we have relationships with Flipkart, Amazon, most of the other guys, but these are 2 of the largest ones. And we are the top seller in all the platforms that we engage in. Other than that, we also sell through our own platform called HX Card. Offline, we work with some of the largest distributors nationally, like Ingram, which is the #1 distributor of electronics in India. And today, what we're discussing is the 4th distribution channel, which is a franchise network partner. And that's what we're going to talk about later today, as we progress. The products that we sell come with a very specific set of promises. And this is very important for you to understand, because the core value proposition that our products have is essentially that you're able to buy a premium phone or a premium laptop at half the price. Now, that itself is a very significant promise. I mean, customers love that idea. If you see businesses that have happened in similar fashion in other areas, like Brand Factory, for example, which sells branded clothing for at this significant discount. These have been very, very successful models across the globe. We are doing it in a specific space of electronics, and electronics today is a very high demand space. Everybody needs new gadgets, and they want more of those new gadgets, and there we are promising them the same premium gadgets at half the price. So it's a very strong attractiveness. It has very strong attractiveness, but the challenge with the consumers is that they are worried about their safety and the trust in the brand. Will the brand provide me a genuine article? Is it going to be genuine or fake? Will we get great customer service? Will we have, is the product stolen by any chance? All of these are questions in customers' mind which would stop them or delay their purchases. So we offer 4 promises to them, which is, one is a 12-month warranty on all products. We offer 7-day worry-free returns, which means you buy the product, you go home, you decide for whatever reason you don't want the product, you can always come back and return it to us. A 9-month assured buyback. Whatever happens with the first 9 months, we promise to buy back. It's a guarantee on our side. And we also plant 1 tree for every product a customer buys. Now, where did we go from the start? I mentioned that we started in 2016, incubated by IIM Calcutta, but since then, we've been growing almost at 100% year on year. And in fact, with the pandemic last year and a half, we've been growing almost 100% month on month. And that has reached us to a 100 crore plus revenue run rate now, sell around 10,000 to 15,000 products every month. Our product, as I mentioned, our strategy has been, we are surprised to note that we are actually a very strong COVID-proof model, very strong online and offline growth. And I'm going to explain that in some more detail in a couple of minutes in a slide, why this happened to us and why we saw this very insane level of growth in this industry and also in our company. But before that, we do all of this through a very clear focus on technology. Technology like Faraday, Elvis, and I'm going to talk about that also in just a minute. But this technology is what really enables us to perform better than our peers and better than the market, and provides you the kind of tools that you as a potential franchise partner would be able to start this business and scale this business without having a lot of background knowledge about the mobile phone or the laptop or the electronics industry. And I'll explain how. And the last but not the least, we have a very strong leadership team, which I'm going to discuss in some more detail here. I already mentioned about me. On the top left corner is Dipanjan Purkayastha. We also have Ashish Chakravarti, who's the Chief Operating Officer. He has around 15 years experience. This is 10 years is slightly dated. I think that was 5 years back. 15 years experience working with the MNCs. He was, in fact, while his last job was at TCS, where he was also managing Ratan Tata's technology office. The very, very strong talent. Satanik Roy, who's a co-founder and heads our product. And he is, in fact, the gentleman who won the Forbes 30 under 30 listing for both Asia and India this year. Very, very prestigious award. This is not just for business, by the way. Forbes 30 under 30 is an award that selects one person from every area of life, be it from cinema, be it from books, be it from social help, social NGO work or business. So we won it for the e-commerce retail space. Below, you'll see the leaders who are actually part of our journey. They're members of our board. CP Gurnani, needs the introduction. Especially for Punekars. Tech Mahindra is a very large presence in Pune. CP Gurnani is the CEO and Managing Director of Tech Mahindra, and he's HyperExchange is the only company where he is a chairman other than the outside the Mahindra Group. Debu Mukherjee, who's the Chief Marketing Officer of UB Group, and he's also the head of the Heineken brand in India, and he's part of the global board of Heineken. And we have Mukesh Soni, who is a board advisor, and he's also the co-head of Apollo's India business. Apollo is not the Apollo Hospitals, this is Apollo Private Equity, which is the largest private equity fund in the world. So he's part of that. So very, very solid team, which has helped us grow. I mentioned I'll quickly talk about the technology. Well, the technology that we have is called Faraday, and this Faraday is basically a platform that we developed that allows us to diagnose the incoming products that we buy. That seems like a very simple concept, but the reality is the entire industry, not just in India, but across the globe today, doesn't have a solution for this. Because each device, for example, a mobile phone that you buy back from a customer, or when you buy in wholesale, it takes around 15 minutes to manually test. So when you're buying a bulk lot of 1,000 or 10,000 or 5,000 units, it's not physically or practically possible for you to test all these products, which means you essentially buy on, without knowing what's inside, and then you bring it into your factory and open it up. And that's when you get a sense of what your product is looking like and what spares you need. That obviously is a very difficult situation, because in that case, most of the industry is not able to plan its margin. They don't know the quality of their stocks. They're not able to plan the margin. Plus their turnaround time goes very high, because after opening up in the factory, that's when they realize what spares will be needed, and they start indenting for the spares. We saw this problem right at the outset in 2016 when we started out. By 2017 end, we had already built a product which is completely automated. It takes around 2 minutes to automatically check the inside and the outside of every device and tells us the challenges or the problems in the device and gives the offer price. As a result of this simple innovation, we were able to improve our margin compared to industry margin by almost 400% and reduce our turnaround time 3 times, 1/3. As a result, we are able to grow in an industry which has very low customer loyalty. People switch brands all the time in our industry. We are able to command a 79% customer loyalty rate, which means almost 80% of our customers come back and buy from us after buying from us once. So this is the advantage that we've been able to build with Faraday, our own patented. It's a patented software. We own the patent for it that we've been able to develop. Now, we heard about the company, we heard about the leadership team, we heard about the growth we've been seeing, but we also want to talk about whether this is a growth that's happening as a fluke. This is happening specifically in one company, or is it also an industry that's supporting? So if you see this industry, the industry of refurbished electronics is growing at a phenomenal pace. $100 billion market, 40% of that is today sitting in India. And if you see the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see that 40% of the market is $40 billion market space is growing at 57% by volume, which means by the number of units that's selling every year, 57% growth in that volume, and 80% growth by value, which means not only are people buying more refurbished products, almost more than 50% more every year, they're also buying more valuable products. So the trust is actually going up. And one of the reasons that's happened more recently is because I told you, I'll tell you why we believe it's a COVID-proof model. The reason it's happening is because specifically this was already happening before, by the way, but with COVID, everybody working from home, parents as well as children, they're all studying from home, the school's happening at home. Everybody now needs a gadget. So when before, if there were 2 gadgets in the house, 2 mobile phones maybe, today there are 3 laptops and 3 mobile phones. So the number of gadgets required in the home has skyrocketed. But at the same time, disposable income has come down. People are not spending as much because they want to save. These are uncertain times, and there's a lot of expenses that's going towards healthcare. People want to save their money. The third element, during this whole situation that was happening, at the same time, because of lockdown and factories being closed, semiconductor costs actually went up significantly. As a result, new products started costing more, and new electronic products. So more and more, because of all 3 reasons, people started shifting towards refurbished electronics as an option to buy. And that's how this whole industry is also seeing a phenomenal growth. Within that space, if you see the premium space in tier 2, which is the violet line, you'll notice that that's actually the fastest growing gap segment for us. And that's what Hyper Exchange, as a title sponsor to the Bharat Franchise Show, is trying to do. We're trying to reach 100 towns and cities across India where we plan to fulfill this gap. Because today, if you look at this demand, all of this demand is happening in tier 1 of India. This $40 billion is all in tier 1. The tier 2 is supposed to be a $35 billion space, but nobody knows for sure because nobody's been there. There's no sophisticated distribution system in that space today. And that's what we're trying to change by participating with you together, because you know your market much, much better than I ever will. And you know the local nuances, the local demands, and we can work together to kind of take advantage of this demand in tier 2 and build a phenomenal business model. Now, you have seen a lot of reasons about, why we grew, what is the market. Now, very specifically, succinctly, to take a summary, why do we believe we should be your choice for investment as a franchise partner? One, massive growth. I want to remind you of that the industry is growing and HX is growing. Second, it's pandemic positive. As you come out of your lockdown and as you stare down potential future wave 3, other waves and future potential lockdowns, you need to look at a model that can stay positive and buoyant through a pandemic wave. Third, it's an offline plus online model, which means you're not just limited, your work and your success is not limited to your store or your location. We give you access to the entire country and tomorrow the entire globe. And we have also hedged your risks. We understand what your challenges are, and we've given you risk management elements like minimum guarantee on your stock, and we also provide you stock correction when you need it. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Now, we spoke about who we are. We spoke about why we believe you should be investing with us. Now, if you do choose to do so, how would you do it? There are 2 ways to do it. One is if you choose to be a city or a master franchisee with us, in which case you will invest in and earn revenues from 3 different channels. One is number one, you'll open your direct store, your own store, a Hyper Exchange store. And I'll mention about what are the options, what kind of stores you can open. The first 2 months, you'll completely focus on running your store and earning your revenue from the store as well as from the online channel that we'll offer to you. After 2 months, when you are already comfortable with the model, comfortable with the way the business runs, we will then open the refurbishment factory. Today, when you open the business, all your refurbishment needs, all your sourcing of your products will actually come from the central HQ of hyper exchange. But slowly, as you become more comfortable with this business, we will encourage you to open your refurbishing factory so that you can now start recycling and refurbishing your own product in your local city, which will give you a significant margin bump up, because today you are earning margin from the procurement of the product in the store and sales of the product in the store. Now you'll also start earning a margin on the refurbishment. After another 2 months, which means by 4 months have gone away, on the 2 months of running the refurbishment facility, when you become familiar with the refurbishment factory and training, you've already gotten your training, your technicians are working there. Now on your 5th month, you'll open the training facility. The training facility is specifically meant for training technicians in the field and employing them either in your refurbishment factory or in our central factories. And also to train, because see, this technician training in appliances and consumer electronics is a very, very fast growing space. So there's a lot of demand for it. We are already a government approved, training partner to the government for under PM Yuva and NFCC schemes. So we can offer that certificate program to you, and you in turn can offer it to the market. So that's what a master franchisee would actually do for us. And the kind way that you'll grow is that we see your ROI going at around 42.5% and a payback within 22.5 months. In addition to this, I had mentioned in the last slide that we'll offer you minimum guarantee, which means every sale that you do, for example, there's an example here, you see the investments globe there, which says a stock of 50 lakhs. Now, this is the minimum stock that we expect you to pick up when you open your master franchise. These are stock of what? Stock of mobile phones, laptops, and accessories that we'll provide you with. Now, say you decide that only 25 lakhs of this stock you will sell through your store beginning. And rest 25 lakhs you'll sell online through our online channels. You're absolutely allowed to do that, which, like I mentioned, which means your sales and your revenue is not limited to your store, but you also get revenue from what is happening outside your store and outside your territory. Next, out of the 25 lakhs in this example, out of the 25 lakhs that you're supposed to sell in your store, by the end of the month, if you're not able to sell it for some reason, you say you're only able to sell 10 lakhs. The remaining 15 lakhs, we will give you a minimum guaranteed return of 9% annualized on the 15 lakhs that you're not able to sell. This will only provide you for the first 6 months till you stabilize your business. This is just, consider this as support that we're providing you during the lockdown times, and because all this uncertainty that's surrounding it. We will also provide you 100% stock correction on all your products, which means if you feel that any of your product lines that we're providing you is not moving as fast as you'd like it to, we will replace it for you. And that's true for 100% of your stock. I already mentioned the third point, which is access to online sales. Now, coming to the element of what is the second part. If you are not a master franchisee, if you just want a unit franchisee, you want to open a store, then these are the 3 options. And by the way, I'll start with the H Experience store, which is a right-hand side model on the extreme right. That's also the direct store that a master franchisee opens. So master franchisee will typically open a H Experience store, and then they will open sub-franchisee, unit franchises under him, for which we will actually incentivize you for opening these stores. We'll work with you to do that. But if you just wanting to open a unit store, then a H Experience store is essentially a combination of a mobile store and a cafe. So this is a very, very, in-demand format that's growing in the US and China. We brought this into India. We don't know a lot of other brands that have done that yet, but I'm sure in the next few years we'll see an explosion of this model. See, mobile phones and laptops, this category that we're dealing with is a very, very high demand category for the youth, the young graduates, and the young professionals. They are also the target group for cafes. So you merge them. And what you do is essentially, you not only get revenue for your F&B that you, obviously the food and beverages that you serve, but you also get a loyal set of customers who keep coming back to you. And that entails you to bring some cross-sell, upsell of actual electronic products that you can sell through them. So that works really, really well. And you build loyalty for that. So you're not just a place where people go to buy a phone. It's also a place where people go to chill. So that's the advantage of this model. And it's got a whopping 70% ROI and a 17-month payback. And the other models, which the next one is the H Exclusive, which is essentially H Experience minus the cafe. So it's just a mobile store if that's what you really want to do and don't want to go for the cafe. Then it's a 500 square feet model. And then there's a 100 square feet unit franchise, which is the H Express model, which is basically clear, focused mobile store. So that those are the options through which you can invest in this with Hyper Exchange. And if you do this, then here's the support you'll get from us. It's a complete 360 support with software, with marketing, with training. I'm going to tell you what. Software, of course, I have mentioned that we are a very technology-led company. So every element of the supply chain, right from point of sale to CRM to supply chain automation to Faraday, everything is automated. And you will have access to all of that. And everything is meant to be run through the automation. So no manual intervention at all, including knowledge of the phone. So I told you earlier that, many mobile store owners have that domain knowledge of knowing which phone is going to sell, what is the market operating price. So this takes years to get that expertise. But we have already encapsulated that expertise into our platform. So you don't need it. You can start your business and start scaling from day one, because we're going to be able to be supporting with all the knowledge base around them, which product is going to sell, what is the market operating price of specific models, what is the seasonality of specific brands, and all of that. In addition, we'll provide you all support for social media campaigns and digital marketing around your generating traffic for you. We will provide the training module, create the training module for your training facility, and services module for your refurbishment factory if you are looking for a master franchise role. And we will also connect you with our OEM partners who will provide you with the spares for the refurbishment. In addition, we have tie-up with several consumer finance companies like TVS Finance, there's Zest Money, Kotak Bank, HDFC, ICICI. There are several banks and NBFCs that we have tie-up with who will be able to provide you with tailored consumer finance plans for your customers. That's also something we will provide you right out of the box. There are several other partnerships in play now. I mean, I mentioned already that we are one of the top sellers for Amazon, Flipkart, and all the other large marketplaces. So partnerships and deals with these co-branding deals with these marketplaces keep on happening all the time. For example, during Big Billion Days last year, we did an offline show with Flipkart also, where some of our offline presence was actually doing a co-branded deal with Flipkart. So we do all of these from time to time. These are seasonal and these are time to time. So you will have access to all the co-branding or offline online plays that we launch from time to time. So that, friends, is in a nutshell what Hyper Exchange is. I welcome to join us in our journey, this incredible journey we've started on and we're seeing. Happy for you to be part of it. And now I'd love to see questions and any thoughts you might have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Panjanji, for your detailed presentation. I think you have given us a complete understanding on this. So I think there will be some interesting questions which I would request my partners to take on behalf of Pune investors, Pune guests, because they represent the region. I think they would be, knowing the better what they want and how they will take this. So any question from your side, Jaideep, you can start.
Yeah, hi Dipanjanji. It's obviously it's an interesting model and obviously an exciting, rather interesting. It's an exciting, opportunity to get into. So just wanted to have some sort of clarity in terms of as we understand it's more of a refurbished phones and this thing. So are you also into original mobile phones or original selling points or something like that, or no? Clearly refurbished.
Sure. Thank you, Jaideep, for the question. As I mentioned right in the beginning, we have three categories that we sell in. One is new, one is unboxed, and one is refurbished. So when in new products, we do sell a bunch of new products, including televisions, which are our own brand. By the way, we have launched our own brand of televisions and sound accessories. We work with several brands for new products. In unboxed, they are also new. They're brand new products, but today a lot of brands over manufacture and they're not able to sell all their products and then they want to liquidate those products so they can bring in new models. Those products are unused, brand new products sitting in the factories that they liquidate through people like us, and we are able to offer a better deal. And then there's refurbished. Of course, refurbished is the fastest growing market because essentially, if you look at the target segment, these are essentially premium phones. So I don't know if what picture refurbished creates in your mind, but the average price of a refurbished product that we sell is around 10,000 rupees. And People buy mobile phones worth 40, 50,000 bucks from us in refurbished. And the reason they do that is because refurbished, they don't buy refurbished because they're getting it for cheap.
Okay.
They buy it because they're getting it for cheaper. The ER and the end is very important. They don't want a cheap mobile. They essentially want a premium mobile for a lesser price. So the whole objective of buying refurbished for this target audience that I mentioned, these young, college grads and the young professionals, is that they have very high aspirational value for branded products, but they might not have the disposable income to support that. So they want the latest phones. For example, the highest selling refurbished product for us, category for us, brand for us is Apple. So Apple MacBooks and iPhone 10Rs and all those are the highest selling products. So that is basically the model. So we do sell all three, but the competitive advantage and the growth is really in refurbished. If you're selling a new mobile phone, you're essentially no different from any other store that's selling new mobile phones.
Correct. Thank you for that. Much needed clarity. Another thing, what I wanted to understand is, number of staff requirement, or any skilled, non-skilled person. Like what are the average number of staff that will be required in across your models?
So most of our model, in-store model, pretty much works on its own. So I talked about Faraday. Faraday is essentially a kiosk that sits in the store where the customer can push their phone and see this. If you go to a store, for example, and you give your phone for a buyback, if you are the customer coming in to exchange your phone, you'll see that this salesperson across the desk takes his phone and turns it around in his hand a couple of times and says, "Iske liye 2,000 rupees milega." And I say he drops it on the floor, right, on the table. That's the experience you have. And the customer is like, why is it 2,000 rupees? Why not 3,000? Why not 1,500? What's the logic? You didn't even open the phone, right? So it's a very bad customer experience, and it happens because nobody's really sure what the price is of that phone. He's just basically subsidizing the margin he's making out of a new phone sale and passing it on. And evening may you'll see this guy will come with a jhola who puts all these phones in the jhola and goes away, pays it by the kilo. So our experience is different. We have a kiosk. The customer is supposed to push the phone inside the kiosk. The kiosk will test the phone, and out comes the offer price for the phone. And so it's a very scientific process. The customer sees that there's a quantified testing happening. And the advantage of the store owner is that they don't need to now involve people with a lot of domain knowledge to be at the store. You can do with very simple salespeople. Now, if you look at the HX store, the H Express model, you basically need one canvasser at the store to manage the store sales and one person who's the manager. The same thing for if you look at the H experience model, then that same canvasser becomes from one, it becomes around 3 canvassers, and then we have the manager. With H experience, you have the same people, 3 plus 1 on the mobile phone side, but you also have 1 plus 1 on the F&B side. So there's a server, and then there's somebody who's at the back, behind the counter for the F&B. Again, important to mention here, the F&B is not a hot kitchen. This is not a hot kitchen model. There's a warm and a dry desk model. So we actually have microwavable foods, and there's no kitchen. There's nothing to cook. We will provide you with all the ready to cook and ready to mix products and coffee and tea machines. You just need to serve. So so the domain knowledge is very, very low. See, that was very clearly the focus of the company. We would not have thought about going into a franchise model. In fact, one of the things that I'm saying, this is not part of the question, but it's important for all of us to hear this now. We had not thought about the franchise model till the pandemic happened. We had actually signed up last year, 2019, and we had signed up a deal with the Future Group to open up shop-in-shops at 150 of their Big Bazaar outlets across India, because our objective was to open, the objective still remains the same. The objective is to go to tier 2 and crack open the tier 2 market, which is right now completely virgin for mobile, refurbished mobiles. And we all know it's a very, very big market. Every consultant that we speak with says the same thing. But then Future Group obviously ran through some trouble, so we had to kind of delay our plans. And by which time we had already seen this phenomenal growth that happened with the pandemic. And we realized that we have a model in our hands which can work really well for our franchise partners, because like you mentioned, it doesn't need a lot of domain knowledge. Anybody with a logical background in business can run this business, because we've taken all the intelligence and put that into automation. And second, we are growing at a pace where we can support the uncertainty of a franchise partner, which is why we're offering all these, guarantees and the stock corrections and the, minimum guarantees and the online models and all that, because we understand the concerns that an investor would have at this stage in life, and we are able to support that. Then why not, right?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that required credit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Manish, any question from your side?
Yeah, I mean, very well explained by Dipanjan ji that this refurbished market is growing exponentially, and people also the invest. I mean the people who are connected with us are also thinking that why would someone buy a refurbished item rather than going for a brand new one, as the technology is changing very fast. But you have very well explained that premium models can be it will be available at a cheaper price. You can go for you can change your handset in two times a year, 3 times a year, or whatever frequency you would. So it's a fashion kind of and it's a requirement also sometimes for many of them. So it's growing phenomenally. And just wanted to ask, how many stores are you planning in and around Pune, unit franchise?
Right. So we are planning one city franchise for Pune, and we expect to be for that franchise and us together to create a minimum of 10 unit stores in Pune. That's the minimum. That's like the pass marks, 40%. So we practically expect that master franchisees together to create at least 20 stores. And if you create 25 this year, then I'll be very happy. But 20 is kind of the expected number. What's also important for everyone to understand, you mentioned about, Manishji, thank you for underlining that point about people buying for value. But also important from the partner's point of view is to understand that if you were to open a mobile phone store, say, here is the competition, that you either open a mobile phone store or you open a refurbished mobile phone store. The difference is, in the mobile phone store, your margin per sale varies from 0.75 to 5% in store. There's no online, there's no other place. And by the way, there's no stock correction, there's no minimum guarantee, there's nothing. Just come and sell the Vivo phone, you'll get 5%. You sell an Apple phone, you'll get 0.75 to 1%. The same product you sell at hyper exchange, you make 10 to 12% if you sell it in store. Even if you sell it online, where you're not really participating at all, you're just basically providing the inventory for it, and you want to sell it online across India, you're still making 3 to 5% margin. So what your mobile phone store friend, your neighbor is selling at store is what you're making sitting at home. So understand the volume. Plus, if the mobile phone store is selling 10 phones a week, you'll typically sell 30, because the value of that phone that you're selling is so much more perceived by the person. There's a lot of people who will come and buy it from you. So a lot of people are buying. I have mentioned that the mobile phone and also laptop prices have gone up significantly in the last 6 to 9 months because of semiconductor prices. So that's another reason that we are still cheaper than that. So that we see a lot more movement happening than and this example is borne out by many other industries. If you see second-hand car markets in down recession times, you'll realize that second-hand cars sell more than new cars at some point. So it's very similar that way.
Yeah. Investors need to understand that the quantum in which it is growing. So they need to understand, see, and visualize, or get the data and understand more. So please get in touch with us. We will explain you why you need to get into this franchise. It's a very good model. Thanks, Dipanjan.
Thank you very much, Manish. Thank you very much, Dipanjan ji, for taking up all the questions. And we have a lot of questions coming in, and I'm sure after this, Manish ji, Jaideep ji, and Indrajit ji, they will have a lot of investors who can have one-on-one discussion with them, and then they can have one-on-one discussion with you also with the right prospects. Thank you very much for supporting us, and thank you very much for your time tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Pune. Thank you, Franchise India. We'll see you again in the new show tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. See you then. Over to you, Stanley. We can move on to the next brand tonight, and you can introduce.
Thank you, Sanjay sir. Thank you for welcoming us. And with this, I would now request Gaurav sir to please invite the next brand, which is Happy Soul. And over to you, Gaurav sir.
It's my privilege to really have Pooja with us. She obviously everybody knows Pooja Bedi. She's a well-known celebrity, very, very successful entrepreneur also. And she has taken many initiatives in her life. And almost every initiative she takes, she puts everything in that and becomes successful. Now we are talking about something which she's extremely, extremely passionate, which is about natural living, which is about holistic living. And she's been actually talking about that for almost a decade and more. And we would like to really hear from you, Pooja, your story, what is happening on Happy Soul. Happy Soul is now the thing for you. You are just putting almost everything in that. And I should say this with my experience working with a lot of other celebrities, I have never seen somebody who's so passionate about what she does. And so she's built a beautiful model, extremely good model. And I particularly feel that this model is great for Pune, especially for markets like Koregaon Park. If you open up a store like there, or you open up in even other locations, Pune has multiple locations. You can do that, even high street or a mall. So not taking too much of time, inviting you, Pooja, to really take over and present Happy Soul to us. And welcome once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you for your kind words as always. Thank you for being so supportive. I hope that everybody can hear me clearly.
Yeah, very much. And welcome to Pune.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very exciting for me because Pune is a satellite town of Mumbai, and it has many, many wonderful warm memories plus family that, stays in Pune and lots of friends there as well. So yes, I am today here not as the celebrity Pooja Bedi. I'm sure a lot of you know me through my body of work in films and in television and, as a talk show host, as a columnist in Bombay Times. A lot of you do know through various business magazines that I've been featured in. Also, I'm sure that I've launched Happy Soul as a project. It's been written about in many, many business magazines now. And I'm sure a lot of people are surprised to know that I've come out with a big entrepreneurial venture. In essence, I've been studying the world of wellness, quantum physics, Newtonian physics, holistic sciences for about 18 years now. And it's something that I've been dreaming of for the longest time and converting it into a reality. It started with a series of workshops, which I did across the country with Vicky Flow, Y Flow, EO, which is Entrepreneur Organization, etc. And it's developed now into this most incredible venture, I should say, that is across many verticals. So we span many verticals of wellness. Now, as we know, wellness is the future. I'm going to take you down a presentation which will very quickly and beautifully summarize the entire world of wellness to you. If you have a look at the opening slide, it's called a wellness wonderland. And a wellness wonderland essentially is a place you go to for healing on every front. Wellness today, as we know, is not just physical. It is emotional, it is mental, it is physical, it is spiritual, it is social, and it is also financial wellness. So we are dedicated to helping heal people and energize people and strengthen people through all these different verticals of wellness, right? All these different levels of wellness through various verticals of Happy Soul, retail being a very important component of it, which we've tied up with Franchiseindia, and they are doing a brilliant job of putting this across to various cities and getting a lot of interest generated in the Happy Soul brand. Thank you, Gaurav. And okay, Stanley is going to operate the PowerPoint for me. So Stanley, could we have the next slide, please? All right. So basically, let's talk about Happy Soul. What are we exactly? We have a very interesting multi-vendor model for health and wellness in our retail division. So essentially what you're looking at is the best in health and wellness products across the country being at one store called Happy Soul. The interesting part is we have no competition. That is, to me, the marvel that in today's times, when wellness is a $6 trillion industry, India has a 500 billion share. Now you can imagine with that scale and that volume that there isn't a single company completely focused on only wellness. You have people devoted to Ayurveda, you have people devoted to yoga, you have people devoted to homeopathy, but there's not a one-stop shop for everything in wellness and lifestyle as well. So it's wellness lifestyle, which is a very catchy combination. And it's been wonderful for us because of the wellness products that we stock in association with various lifestyle products, we stayed open through the pandemic. So for us, it was a huge blessing because we get termed as an essential goods store because we also have food and drink, which involves all these incredible flours, attas, rice, beautifully placed across our counters, as well as shampoos, creams, lotions, soaps, shower gels, and gifting items. Candles, incense, home decor items, etc., etc. So it's amazing because people come in, looking for essential goods, and they get so excited to see the shop has so much more. And we've had a great shopping experience through the entire lockdown, and that's been a big plus point for us. And it'll continue to be a plus point because, as we know, there's a first wave, second wave, now third wave. Everyone's talking about. Everybody's nervous. So technically, there's no better retail for anybody to be in than wellness retail, especially with a shop that classifies as essentials, because you are talking about staying open continuously through a pandemic. And when they say first wave, second wave, third wave, I know a lot of jokes are cracking. Bhai, ye virus hai ki web series hai, but at the end of the day, it works for us. We have a real. Let me put my glasses on while I do this presentation so I can read everything very quickly to you on the. So products are curated. I think our USP is our curation. Now, there are thousands of wellness products across the country, thousands, right? We have access to thousands of vendors currently, most of them which are going to feature online on a website online. We take from them the best in terms of pricing, in terms of what they have to offer us, and in terms of how they look as well, the visual appeal. In retail, visual, sensory is very, very important. If you have say, for example, if you have atta, there's just in a dirty bag kept on a counter versus something of the same price and same value, beautifully packaged and kept on a shelf, the person will instinctively and instantly go and grab the most beautiful looking product, right? So for us, the most important thing is how we curate for our retail. So every city has its own demographic. So every single city will have their list of their kind of client, I would say, that they're catering to. So our clients vary from 21 years of age to 65 years of age, but there are also different demographics. So say, for example, in a tier 1 city, tier 2 city, tier 3 city, is a very different demographic spread across them. In there are shampoos and body washes and shower gels in a 200 price range. It's also there in a 1,500 price range. You have soaps which are at 80 rupees price range. You have soaps that go up all the way to a 500-600 rupee price range. So we curate best for your demographic. And there's a lot of trial and error that goes on, I'm sure, because you will put a whole bunch of beautiful products on your shelves. You will see what's flying really fast off the shelves. You'll see what's not going so well and not going so fast, and replace that with much better stocks that can move really fast, which is the beauty of having such a large inventory. Is you have complete control over what you put out. When you see a certain price bracket is working, or a certain type is working, or a certain, I would say like a holistic category is working better, food and drink is working better, bath and body is working better, candles and incense are working better. You can increase your capacity, increase your range in that particular category. So curation, as I said, very important, and trust. People will come to Happy Soul because they trust that whatever is at Happy Soul is pure wellness. That is very important. Nothing in our store, like our shampoos, our soaps, our skincare, has any form of chemical, parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, is completely free of that. Our food is organic, 100% natural. And we focus on only getting vendors on board that match the criteria of trust at Happy Soul. So we are into creating a whole community of wellness professionals. So for us, whoever comes on board with us, we would love for you to want to be an ambassador to wellness as well. Yes, you will be the owner of this beautiful shop. Yes, you will have all these amazing products in your shop. Yes, you'll be the proud owner, of a Happy Soul retail franchise. More than that, we would love for you to want to be part of our big community, because we're going across many different verticals, which we would also like to involve you in. So if you can go to the next slide. So we're looking at going pan-India with wellness products. So A, the products that come from multi-vendors. B, we have our own line that we are also developing at Happy Soul. So soon you will also see Happy Soul spices, Happy Soul oils. Right now we have some Happy Soul candles, Happy Soul incense already, which have been being marketed, as well as, of course, all the multi-vendors that we are currently negotiating and dealing with and promoting. So we're looking at wellness retail. We're looking at wellness services, which includes all the professionals, be it yoga teachers, Reiki masters, tarot readers, NLP teachers, psychotherapists, and a whole range of service professionals that we're also coordinating and always having rapports with and events with, etc. So creating that whole brand related to wellness travel, which are the best spots to go to if you want to have the greatest Ayurvedic holiday, whether you want a spa holiday, a detox holiday, adventure holiday, wellness cafes. We have a retail come cafe model as well for Happy Soul, which we will talk about a little later. We have wellness festivals that we're looking forward to, and therefore we look forward to the sense of community as we were speaking about earlier. So you will therefore feature in our festivals, you will feature in our wellness awards. We will obviously be honoring our franchisees with awards at wellness festivals. We have already a YouTube channel that we're developing and nurturing, and wellness e-commerce, which again, we're going to have you be a part of, which means that in the case of a pandemic, in the case of any situation where for any reason you feel you need to expand your customer base, they cannot come to you for any reason, you will have an online presence in our e-commerce store. So if, for example, you have a store in Koregaon, Pune, you will have your own e-commerce site, Koregaon, Pune, and you can therefore have access to our entire inventory base, not just what you've placed in your store, but everything. So all your customers who come in can shop through your website, which you will give them the codes and passwords to, and all of them can shop online, and you will just keep milking money without them even walking in through your doors. So that's a plus that we will obviously share with our franchisees, because we want you to do well, because when you succeed, we succeed. And our whole endeavor is to spread Happy Soul through the country. And that can only happen when each and every franchise of us is empowered and earning money, right? Next one, please. All right, so we are across all verticals and channels. As I just mentioned earlier, we're going into the retail channel, the online channel, the wellness channel, the services and the travel, etc. Now, when you look at our competition in the market, there is nobody, right? You have stores that are doing only beauty, like you have Nykaa, you have Sephora, etc., etc. You have a Flipkart and Amazon are online retailers, but a lot of times people go online to shop for stuff, and it says organic on a packet, whereas when you get it home, you see that there's no organic badge at the back. There's nothing actually certifies it organic, but it's been called organic, right? When you know it's at Happy Soul, you know that if it says organic, it is organic. Right? If it says natural, it is natural. If it's chemical free, it is chemical free, because our teams have gone and vetted every single vendor for every single product and made sure whatever comes into our stores is of the quality, and also across price ranges. So the beauty again for us is that we cater to every demographic, right? Across every price range, and that is incredible, because somebody can come in for a 500 rupee shower gel and may walk out with a 200 rupee shower gel, and at the same time they may walk in to get just some food and they'll end up walking out with a whole host of items, because everything looks so attractive, smells great. We've had that often happening to us at the store, that people come in for a specific thing, buy 5 other things, and then walk out the door. So there is no competition in the market currently, and that's a huge USP for us. Plus, it's great for browsing. So it's not just a target product-based shopping, it's also a browsing experience, because of the whole wellness wonderland feel that we give to everything across all categories, sourced and put in our stores. And I'll talk about the decor a little later. I should learn how to operate this. I'm putting all the pressure on poor Stanley to keep changing the slides. Stanley. Okay. So the competition mapping, as I said, is done. Brand, no, we're done with this. Come on, Stanley. Download. Okay. Our brand USP, again, is our curation, our categories, our sense of community that we will create for you, and of course, our badges. So online, we have these badges that we assign and ascribe to every product. So every time you go online and you see a certain product, even if you're a little confused, if you see the badge that says organic, keto, sugar-free, vegan, cruelty-free, then automatically this is the basic qualities of the product. And if it appeals to you, a lot of people are very into vegan and cruelty-free, and some people are just hardcore keto freaks. They want keto, they want to be on that diet. Everything is neatly marked and available for them. So it's very easy shopping at the end of the day. The filters are in place online. It's beautifully done. So next. All right. What do we stock at Happy Soul? In a nutshell, everything. And that's the beauty again. It's not just one product that you go to get. You walk into Happy Soul and have an entire experience based on the world of wellness. So we have, well, right now it says 2,500 diverse products, but we are adding enormous numbers every single month, because also we are now prepping for a huge online e-commerce, B2B2C retail portal, e-commerce portal. So for that, we need to have at least 5,000 products coming in every single month. So your range also increases, your ability to, to keep trying new products, to add new things to your shelves constantly increases as well. So we have health and hygiene, we have supplements, which is very important, and they go really fast. Home and lifestyle does very well for us. Candles, candle stands, incense, essential oils, crockery, coasters, cushion covers, bottles, cutlery, everything goes so quickly at Happy Soul because people love to have that shopping feel. Food and drink, again, very important for us, from flowers to rice. And you have black rice, red rice, jasmine rice, brown rice, Kerala Pongal rice. People are so fascinated when they see all this. They're like, wow, this is so interesting. And it just looks so lovely. And, people, and it's well priced. So there's no reason for people not to buy something. Hair and body, again, amazing, amazing vendors have signed up with us. Things just fly off the shelves. We're talking about vendors who give us 30% up to 60% as a commission margin. So basically, whatever you sell, you're earning between 30% and 60% of that as a margin, as your commission. So there's a huge amount of profit that you can make, on certain products. And yet at the same time, certain products that are only at 30% tend to fly a lot faster than products that may get to 60%. So it's all a kind of game for you to see how well certain products are doing with your demographics. And if you feel that, wow, this product is flying off our shelves, let's stock more of it, let's try more things like it. We are there to curate for you. We are there to guide you. We are there to help you because we have the inventory to back it, right? Holistic products as well, that is a real winner for us because all the gemstones and crystal pendants and things that people find utterly fascinating for the world of wellness. Wellness is not just a buzzword anymore. Wellness has become a way of life. People want to heal. People want to be well. If you see the way our kadas fly off our shelves, we got this thing called Immunity Kada by Wishing Herbs. It flies off our shelves. People come in, it's got 17 herbs at the back. It's immunity is, again, something that's a buzzword today, but everyone is just looking at products that can strengthen them, that can heal them. And wellness is the future, not just for us personally as human beings, but wellness for retail. It is the future. It's incredible that there is no one retail store for wellness. Well, we're there, we're the ones. So next, please, Stanley. All right. We are very, very committed to make in India. It's very, very important for us, A, because we have quality checks, we communicate with all our vendors, and most importantly, we want to encourage them. Everybody's been hit very hard by the pandemic. It's not just about getting good karma points. The fact is they are fantastic vendors who are doing a fantastic job. And we're also really committed to helping grassroots level organizations. We have a large roster of things that are made by organizations, and we encourage our retails to also keep a small amount at least of those, so we can encourage the artisans, encourage local artisans, and really focus on a make in India and make our country stronger. So on every level, you feel very proud with a franchise of Happy Soul, because not only are you in wellness, not only are you promoting wellness, you're helping make in India, and you're also promoting artisans, and you're also doing a lot of good by making people healthy and giving them access to very, very healthy foods and other products. As I said, our products range from 100, actually from 80, maybe even cheaper, upwards. Again, to cater to every demographic. And that's the beauty again. There's always something for everybody. Stanley? Thank you. So this is who Happy Soul is. It's Namrata Thakkar and Pooja Bedi. As I said, for 18 years, I've been researching, documenting, looking into, different aspects of healing, figuring out what best could create a happy soul. And the person who's actually given wings to me, who's actually given me the impetus, who's given me the know-how, who's actually, made my dreams into reality, is Namrata Thakkar. She's the founder of Entrepreneur Excel. And she is, her Entrepreneur Excel here says 70,000, but actually it's like over 80,000, maybe more entrepreneurs as of this point of time. She has basically given entire shape, form, structure to my dreams. She is not just an evangelist, she is an angelist, as I call it, because she's come in as my angel. And really, I can't thank her enough for helping me put this together. So me, well, I think you guys know me by now. Next. All right, so our current model that we have is franchisee owned and franchisee operated. I think what's really beautiful about offline stores is the whole touch, feel, smell experience. It's very easy to shop online, but at the end of the day, you always might get a product that comes to you that disappoints you. The beauty about going into an actual store is how you smell a candle, the feel of the oil on your skin, and that encourages you to buy more, because you come for one candle, you buy five. You come for something and you buy something else. That happens because of the sensory experience. Also, it's fun shopping at Happy Soul. It's the whole vibe, it's the feel of the store, the music that's playing, the way the staff greets you, and all of that. So when you come to Happy Soul, it has this white and gold and bougainvilleas and dragonflies, and it's got this almost magical, beautiful feel to the shop. And you enter the shop, and then there's a smell that greets you, because we burn essential oils in the store, so you're already greeted by the smell. The staff are friendly, and yes, we will help train your staff. I know a lot of franchisees charge you for training your staff. We don't charge you for training them, because for us, it's our family and we want people to know better. We have amazing training manuals, training programs in place, and those are not at additional costs. So therefore, your staff will know everything. They will be able to handle customers to the best. So even if they have no experience in wellness, it'll be made very easy for them to understand how to sell the products with wellness as a focus to it, right? And of course, there are no shipping costs involved when you enter a retail store. So, that's why I'm so excited about our retail division of Happy Soul. So next, please, Stanley. All right, so this is how cute the store looks. As you can see, it's got bougainvilleas. If you have a look at the logo, it's got dragonflies in it. It's got dragonflies on the side. It's got a gold lettering. When you enter the store, it has, if you see the outside also, it's got positive quotes on it. So when you enter from the outside itself, it's attractive as something positive and beautiful. It's eye-catching. People want to walk in. People want to see what it is. We haven't advertised even a day. To be honest, we haven't advertised a day. We just had customers walk in continuously just because the way it looks from the outside. They enter, the music that's playing. It's such a happy experience. People come here again and again and again. We have so many repeat customers coming constantly, which is why we created the entire beautiful wellness store come wellness cafe model, because we said it's so lovely when people come in, we make them try tea, we make them try little things, because we're selling these amazing teas. And we realized if we actually create a cafe model next to it and have this wellness cafe with wellness foods and things they can buy and things they can eat, how wonderful. So we started we've got a model ready for the Happy Soul Cafe with a Happy Soul shop, which is perfect because it's a lifestyle shop. So it is based on lifestyle, based on how you live, based on your choices, and then you eat within that aroma, that ambience, and that space. So it's a great extension to a retail store, and that happens the 1,500 square feet model. So yes. Next. Okay, so that's essentially what it looks like. That's us in Goa. Those are the racks, the shelves with the dragonflies up on the walls, and the chandeliers, which are white and gold, and all of that. So that's the whole look and feel of the store. We will, of course, help you with the decor. We will help you create it. We will help put it on CAD for you. We will help guide you, in terms of materials to use. We will obviously give you support in every possible way, because once you're part of our family, you become part of the Happy Soul family, and we're happy to welcome you aboard, and we want you to be the best at what you do. All right, next. All right, there's the financial dynamics. So we have three models. One is the 500 square feet model, the 1,000 square feet model, and the 1,500 square feet model. For us, it's laid out here, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Franchiseindia sat with us, went through the entire financials of it with us. Essentially, what you're looking at is approximately a 45-50 lakh investment, which includes your stocks, which includes our 10 lakh franchise fee, which is across 5 years. So you get us for 5 years at 10 lakhs, you get stocks worth almost half that amount, which is put into your store, which is great for you, because that again is constantly being rotated. You have a certain cost for your decor, and of course the equipment, which is there. And it's, again, something that is very financially doable, something that, again, goes in your rolling, something that you will easily make money with. So it's a win-win model for everybody. and it includes your opening party. It includes everything within this particular bracket. So there's a 500 square feet. We can move on to the 1,000 square feet. And then there's a 1,500 square feet. Come on, Stanley, you can be fastest finger first. All right. So here we have the 1,000 square feet, which is here. We can move on to the 1,500 square feet also. This is with the cafe model. Okay, that's not in this right now. And we have, as I said, the cafe model is involved. That is additional. I think that's about 30 lakhs additional to create the cafe model. And that includes everything. And we put the staff in place. We take care of the decor. You know, I mean, the visuals of the decor and everything else. So we will guide you every step of the way, and it'll be our menu. It'll be our people behind the counter. So it'll be, and we also have a commission model for that cafe. So in the sense that we can discuss this later if you're interested, because I'd rather move on with explaining the entire project of Happy Soul to you. And for those who are really interested, please get in touch with Franchise India. We'll be so happy to take you through all the different models, explain all the different aspects to it, show you the combination deals that we can strike with you about cafe models, about retail models, so that you can see what variables there are within them. There are so many variables for you, depending on how much you want to invest, how much you want out of it, etc. So we're here to help you. We want to grow the entire Happy Soul brand. We want Happy Soul to go across the country, obviously, in retail. It's already going to be, as you can see, with our wellness festivals, with our wellness awards, with our YouTube channels, with our travel and our services. Happy Soul is going to be everywhere. You're going to be part of a very big brand called Happy Soul. So for us, we welcome you aboard to come and share this journey with us. We're looking at these particular cities. We're looking at malls. We're looking at high streets. I know here Pune is not mentioned as high streets, but I think high streets in Pune is actually a very good idea for all of us, because also malls have a lot of limitations to it, though it has very high footfall. But high streets are also something in Pune that can be very, very well maximized, especially if you put a cafe model into it. It would do brilliantly well. I really welcome Pune to take a good look at this and a serious look at this, because I think this is something that would work very well. And I know those with experience in retail who know that wellness is a very fast growing market, know that this is a really good project to think about. And we're happy to engage with you and tell you more about it. Next. All right. So who are we looking for? Well, we really hope that you're, no offense to people below 30. I know you're have great entrepreneurial skills, but above 30 would work really well for us. If you have any existing experience with beauty and wellness brands, if your spouse is somebody involved in Ficky Flow, BNI networks, women's network, etc., you're a really good fit for us. If you're good entrepreneurial skills, you're a very good fit for us. If you take it with our cafe model and you have knowledge about how to handle restaurants and cafes, you're a great fit for us. If you have local marketing skills, all the better. If you have, very important for us that you have the money to put down for it, right? Very important for us to know that you come in with an attitude of you want to succeed, you want to do well, and basically at the end of the day, you want to take the brand and build the brand. You may want to open it in one place and then open up a second, outlet somewhere else. We're so happy to have you engage with us, partner with us, and grow your brand with us, grow our brand with us. Thank you. Next. All right. So support functions. Well, again, Franchise India said you must write the fact that you're a celebrity is a big plus point. Yes, I know it's a plus point because we bring in the traffic and it drives sales. I get that. It's wonderful. But at the end of the day, for me, Happy Soul has been a dream. And I normally, as everybody knows, I charge a lot of money to appear at opening functions, etc., to create this hype for various other companies. But for my first 5 franchisees, I'm going to appear for free. So for my first 5 franchisees, I'll be coming in person and participating and being really hands-on with everything, including being there at the opening. So everything is something I personally get involved with: interior decor, accounting support, billing systems. I'm very hands-on in my company with every single department because it's my baby. Marketing is very important. Marketing, creative support, event curation, festival support. Again, very passionately. I'm involved in all these segments because, again, it's something I'm used to: events, festivals, creative, marketing, all part of what I do as a celebrity as well. So we know how to market, we know how to brand, we know how to take it forward at festivals. Staff training support, we have our manuals in place, we have our training programs in place. And as I said, there's no cost associated with training your staff. Even, unless you want repeated training going on a certain level, high rollover of your staff training, in which case there'll be small costs associated with that. If you want to send them to us for training personally, we're happy to have them. We will not charge for their training, but you'll have to pay for their transport to come to us. Inventory planning and management, product return support, product curation support, all of that is something we will give you. So in the sense that we have every aspect of Happy Soul as a brand, as a company, as a retail venture. For us, if something is not working and you need to exchange it, you need to sell it back and return it back to us, we are very happy to take. We have a great rapport with our vendors. So if there's something not working for you, we will take it back. Either we can put it into other franchises, we can sell it through our own Happy Soul stores, or we can just return them back to the vendors as well. That is all facilitated through us. We take full responsibility. We are there for you. That is very important. Okay, so we can move forward. All right, so you're investing into wellness, right? We are the fastest growing brand name because there is no competition. We're the only big name in wellness. You're a part of our Happy Soul community. We have years of research in wellness and curation. And of course, revenue generation from day one. We at Happy Soul started selling before we even opened. While we were doing up the store, people were walking in and saying, oh, how pretty. Can we just look? Can we just look? Please, can we buy? So it's that kind of store. So, and you get a chance to be an influencer, an ambassador to wellness, which is for us the most important. Even if someone in your family, your daughter, your sisters, your associated family that you're close to, your mother, if they want to in some way be an ambassador to wellness, well, this is the outlet through which they can do it and develop their skills as well. Next, please. All right, it's a $6 trillion industry, and the best way to create your future is to invest into it. And we firmly believe at Happy Soul that, when you join hands and you merge together, especially in today's market, especially in the world of wellness, well, it is a win-win situation for all of us. As I said, we are in uncertain times. The beauty about wellness is it's everybody's need, and it's something that stays open through the pandemic. You can't lose with it. You can only win. And I welcome all of you on board. Whoever has any questions, please pose it now. Otherwise, at a later point, you may speak with the Franchise India team, who will be very happy to bring me back on conversations with all of you and discuss things further.
Thank you. Thank you. Very impressive. Very, very impressive, Pooja. It was always, we can see the kind of passion and the kind of energy you have in this project. And this project, I have no doubt, would be one of the most successful ones, while you have many other successful journeys you've done in accomplished career. But this would be one of the best ones. You would do that because you would bringing a big change. And McKinsey did a report about 5 years back. It's a global report that health has become a human change. So which means that almost everybody is thinking about becoming healthier. And if you really see, this pandemic has actually caused that piece. So whatever we consume, we want to be natural. We are looking at healthier. We are looking at, but there is no alternative available. There is no wellness store, so to say, where you get everything from food to home to your personal care to decor to everything under one shop. It takes a lot of effort to bring all these suppliers, choose them, seek their quality, negotiate the best prices, and bring all of them under one roof. This has been a huge effort by Pooja and team. She has a full team back in Goa, which works with different suppliers to choose this entire thing. Also to get them agree on doing smaller SKUs, special SKUs only for her. So it's like a curated structure. Now, the good thing is what she's offering is a very unique franchise. When you buy a normal retail franchise, you are supplied the product from the company, and the company makes a lot of margin in that. So what she particularly told us, and when I had a discussion with her, he said, I don't want to make money. I want to pass that benefit to my franchisee. So you actually getting the price where she has worked hard and sourced. So even if you start your own store, you will never get that price. So fundamentally, it's a business which she is actually created, and she's bringing and taking only a very small royalty. And that royalty, I think, That also I recommended her to charge higher because of her celebrity piece to it. But she said, look, I'm more interested to spread the word and create a community of people who are like-minded. So when you're doing a retail franchise, you don't have to just buy into franchise. This is building a community. Everything around with that, which means events, it might be any other activities, a lot of other initiatives, a lot of other drives which happens around wellness would be there. You will, as she rightly said, you will become the brand ambassador for wellness in your city. So Pune is the city, and I will strongly say somebody comes in a Koregaon Park place or a Kalyani Nagar, good place, take a little bigger place. Like in Maharashtra, we call that little bit Otla. So you have a, some place to sit outside. You can make a little cafe, and Pune weather is interesting. So it becomes a very interesting business model. And as she said, this is a second home to her, and she would be more than happy to come and open up this piece. So thank you very much. I'll take two questions. I think one I will, Sanjay, if you can read, there's a bigger question which is coming in. And then Aditya has one question that with a lot of other players like Isha Foundation has the store and things that, while I mean, I know that significantly different because they're more private label driven business, but you want to answer, Pooja, if you want to answer that any comparative store would not match what you're trying to do.
Yes, because also we have something across every price bracket. So there are a lot of people who come in who want to shop for, say, something very unique or different. So we have so much to offer, which is so interesting and different in terms of not just variety, but also price brackets, right? So for us, somebody comes in and wants a soap. Yes, you can get it at 80 rupees. Yes, you can get it at 500 rupees. The packaging also differs. A lot of people come in not just to buy food for themselves, like a lot of these places with, all respect to these wonderful organizations like Sadhguru's organization, Isha Foundation. Our stuff looks a certain way that you can even present it to people. We have these amazing gifting opportunities through Happy Soul. So a lot of people come in not just to take atta, dal, chawal, etc., for their personal use, but they will also take it as something that they can present to people when they go to their homes. There's candles and incense. We've got so many varieties from across the country. Again, just simple thing like candles. Okay, candles are like the variety that we have for candles. We have about 30 varieties in our store. We have access to about 100 of them actually across all our vendors, right? Now, when you see that kind of variety across all the different demographics, packaged so differently, you walk in and it's almost visual heaven and sensual heaven, right? Also, as I said, we have lifestyle, we have the home decor, we have gifting, we have food and drink, we have holistic products, we have jewelry items. We've got, it's like a lifestyle store more than just wellness. It's wellness lifestyle, right? It's not just about giving you the basics and important parts about wellness, which is so important, but it's how it's packaged and how it's presented and the story it tells and the variety that you get to choose from. I think that to me is very important at Happy Soul, an entire sensory experience when you come to Happy Soul. Also the way, as I said, the way the music is, the way the staff treats you, the way they talk, it's a vibe. Happy Soul is a vibe. When you walk in, you're part of a great chain. You're part of something much bigger. You're part of a whole, you're part of that energy, I would say, that positive energy, where everything resonates with beauty and health and wellness and is radiating with that. And that's what we want to send out through our stores. Like as Gaurav said earlier, he said, we asked him to charge more percentage. My point is, no. I want my franchisees to have that benefit because I want you guys to do well. Financial wellness is a very important component of wellness, and I will do well irrespective. I've got many verticals going on with Happy Soul. I want Happy Soul to spread across the country. We're happy to take a tiny percentage, 2% maybe, so that we can maybe use that further for marketing and for other things that we pump in back into our franchises. Again, that money gets pumped back in for our franchisees because we want it to be better for you. We want everything to be like a wow experience for our franchisees. So yes, so for us, it's not about the money aspect of it. We're making enough through various other verticals. We want our franchisees to do well because if they succeed, we succeed. The more money they make, the happier they are, the better the business model looks, and the more we will spread across the country. We want to empower our franchisees. It's not about our greed. It's about their need. It's about the need for Happy Soul to become a nationwide brand. That is very important to me.
Thank you very much. And I think I appreciate, and that's where the opportunity is. And one of the few cities which Franchise India identifies in the top locations is obviously Pune and Bangalore. We feel that the
I know.
sensibility,
Yeah.
these are top.
I think it would do brilliantly in Pune, Bangalore, and Hyderabad also for that matter. I think these three cities are perfect for Happy Soul.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we look forward for bringing Happy Soul in next 2 to 3 months, opening in Pune. So if you're not a franchisee, maybe you are a consumer who would walk in there. Thank you very much, Pooja.
Yes.
Thanks for coming over. Really appreciate you taking time out.
Thank you so much, Gaurav.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Sure. Bye.
Dr. Stanley, we can now invite next brand for tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. With this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, which is Eurocan, North India's leading education and immigration consultant with 14 years of successful experience. And I would request Mr. Amandeep Singh to please showcase the wonderful presentation. Thank you and welcome, Mr. Amandeep Singh. Sorry for keep you waiting. Take it over.
Thank you, Stanley, and Namaste, Pune. Namaste, Gauravji.
Namaste, namaste. Sorry, or my apologies for delay because it just dragged entire thing. So you're very valuable to us and also our sponsor for our Bharat Franchise Show. And we are very proud that the opportunity wherever you've presented has been always appreciated by people, and a lot of inquiries have come in. So friends in Pune, it's a very interesting opportunity. It's an aspiration which every Indian would have to have something to do overseas, study, work, or live overseas. And that's what Amandeep and company does. And they're very respectable and they're very awarded companies. So over to you, Amandeep. I don't want to take more time. So it's your show.
Sure.
Please go ahead. Thanks.
Thank you, Gauravji. Thank you. Before I start, एक छोटा सा presentation मैं run करना चाहूँगा about our company and what we do. Then we'll start with the presentation and the franchisee model. As you might have seen from the video, from lot many passports, we help people study, work and settle abroad. हमारे जो प्रोडक्ट लाइन है दे आर इनटू एजुकेशन, जो लोग पढ़ने के लिए बाहर जाते हैं, इमिग्रेशन जो बिजनेस या परमानेंट रेजिडेंसी पे बाहर जाते हैं, एंड ट्रैवल, पीपल हु ट्रैवल अब्रॉड फॉर शॉर्टर वीजा ड्यूरेशंस. सो जब भी एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री की बात आती है या ट्रैवल इंडस्ट्री की बात आती है, इमिग्रेशन इंडस्ट्री की बात आती है, अर्लियर इट वाज जस्ट फ्यू स्टेट्स ऑन इंडिया मैप विच वर पंजाब, गुजरात हो गया, आंध्र प्रदेश हो गया, केरला हो गया, जो बाहर पढ़ने के लिए जहाँ से ही लोग यहाँ परमानेंट रेजिडेंसी के लिए जाते थे. बट इन लास्ट कपल ऑफ ईयर्स, स्पेशली इन पुणे मार्केट, जो मैंने ट्रेंड देखा है, this being up to lot many IT companies, बहुत सारे लोग बाहर पढ़ने के लिए for their bachelors and masters जाना शुरू कर दिया है. बहुत सारे graduates जिनको 5-5, 6-6 साल का experience है, well settled in their fields, they have started considering further settlement opportunities in Canada and countries like Australia जो permanent residency पे बाहर जाते हैं. So Maharashtra itself is a very big and very growing market. इंडिया से on an average 8 से 12 लाख के आसपास लोग हर साल बाहर पढ़ने के लिए और परमानेंट सेटलमेंट के लिए जाते हैं. 8 से 9 लाख जो नंबर आया खाली स्टूडेंट्स का रहा है. So pretty big opportunity if we talk about Pune market. बहुत सारे educational institutions है, education का hub है. So एक we coming from education and immigration field एक बहुत बड़ी target market represent करता है. And if I have to pin down few prime markets in India, it would be among the top 20 markets in India. So अगर आप कोई ऐसा business देख रहे हैं जिसमें कम profit में कम investment में अच्छा profit बना सकते हैं, you want to be a part of one of the leading companies in India जिसका already खुद का track record हो अच्छी branches run करने का. As a layman जब मैं खुद सोचता हूँ कि business वो होना चाहिए जिसमें investment ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा ना हो, बहुत ज़्यादा unnecessary franchisee fees ना हो, कंपनी की तरफ से सपोर्ट अच्छा मिलता हो, प्रोडक्ट अच्छे हो, मार्केटिंग में वो मुझे सपोर्ट करें, सस्टेनेबल वेंचर हो कि ये नहीं कि मैंने आज शुरू करा और 5 साल बाद इंडस्ट्री बंद होगी या मैं ऑफिस ही बंद करना पड़ा, जो कि फ्रेंचाइजी में फेलियर रेशियो बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है. सो वी हैव डिजाइंड अवर मॉडल इन अ वे विद सजेशंस ऑफ फ्रेंचाइजी इंडिया टीम कि जो भी बिजनेस हम कर रहे हैं, इफ़ इट इज़ फ्रेंचाइजी फीस, उसका सेटअप कॉस्ट हो गया, जो उसको बिजनेस को सस्टेनेबल और प्रॉफिटेबल बनाने के लिए हर चीज़ बड़े ध्यान से हमने काम करके बनाई है. सो अगर आप कंसल्टिंग फील्ड में, एजुकेशन फील्ड में, ट्रैवल फील्ड में, इमिग्रेशन फील्ड में, ऑल्दो इट कम्स इनटू सिंगल अम्ब्रेला, कुछ देख रहे हैं कि जहां आप स्टूडेंट्स को बाहर पढ़ने के लिए हेल्प कर सके, स्पेशली पीपल हु आर इनटू कोचिंग और एनी अदर सॉर्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन और ट्रैवल रिलेटेड फील्ड, उनके लिए ये बहुत ज़्यादा लुक्रेटिव अपॉर्चुनिटी है. दे कैन हैव इट एज एडिशनल एड ऑन बिजनेस. सो वी इनवाइट यू टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ यूरोकैन ग्लोबल फ्रेंचाइजी. We've been inviting applications all over India. बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स हमें मिला है. कुछ फ्रेंचाइजी हमने ऑलरेडी अंडर दिस 100 days 100 सिटी साइन अप करी हैं. सो 3 मॉडल्स हैं हमारे बेसिकली. फर्स्ट अम्ब्रेला जो हमने 2 विंग में फ्रेंचाइजी मॉडल को डिवाइड करा है. फर्स्ट इज कंसल्टेंसी सेंटर जिसमें खाली आप स्टूडेंट्स को या कोई भी क्लाइंट को वीज़ा रिलेटेड सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करते हो, इसमें आप कोई कोचिंग नहीं देते उनको. सेकंड मॉडल है जिसमें आप कंसल्टेंसी प्लस ट्रेनिंग दोनों प्रोवाइड करते हो. आपके पास क्लासरूम्स भी होंगे जिसमें स्टूडेंट पढ़ने के लिए, क्लासेस लगाने के लिए आएंगे. इट कैन बी IELTS, PT, TOEFL, सेल्पिप और एनी अदर एग्जाम. एंड इन वे फर्दर हमने फ्रेंचाइजी फीस को 3 सिटीज में 3 कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड करा है, डिपेंडिंग आप कौन से एरिया में फ्रेंचाइजी ले रहे हैं. फ्रेंचाइजी फीस स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1.5 लाख गोइंग अप टू 3.5 लाख इन केस ऑफ कंसल्टेंसी सेंटर, और 2 lakh onward till 4 lakh for consultancy plus training center. This could be finalized keeping in mind target place that you have finalized. And Pune being a bigger market, it can accommodate 5 to 7 franchises, 5 to 7 offices with each branch doing decent business. Aside this, हम work from home के लिए भी application invite कर रहे हैं. So अगर आप घर से काम करना चाहते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा investment नहीं लगाना चाहते, कोई ऐसी opportunity देख रहे हैं जिसमें घर से बैठ के काम कर सकें, मेरे को अच्छा brand मिल जाए, अच्छा product मिल जाए, अच्छा marketing support मिल जाए, then you can join with us work from home model. 3 से 6 महीने आप खुद का काम करके पैसे सेव करके खुद का ऑफिस भी खोल सकते हैं. ऑल्सो वी इनवाइट वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ यूरोकैन ग्लोबल ऑन अ डिस्काउंटेड फ्रेंचाइजी फी. आप भी अगर बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं, कम इन्वेस्टमेंट है, स्पेशली लास्ट 1-2 साल का जो हमने ट्रेंड देखा है, पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड मूविंग टू वर्क फ्रॉम होम कॉन्सेप्ट. सो अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, फीमेल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स वांट टू वर्क, कम फीस में वो हमें ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं एज अ यूरोकैन ग्लोबल ब्रांड. In first model, there is no royalty. Whatever commission we earn, we share maximum 60 to 70% with the franchisee only. हमारा revenue source रहता है जो भी हम स्टूडेंट को बाहर पढ़ने के लिए भेजते हैं कॉलेज की तरफ से या यूनिवर्सिटी की तरफ से, they give us 10 to 20% of their annual fees. वो फीस में से हम ब्रांच को जो है, जो फ्रेंचाइजी है, उसको कमीशन देते हैं. असाइड दैट वी चार्ज प्रोसेसिंग फीस फ्रॉम द क्लाइंट जो परमानेंट रेजिडेंसी के लिए जा रहे हैं, उसमें से भी मैक्सिमम शेयर है वो ब्रांच को जाता है. फिर एक प्रश्न दिमाग में आता है कि एवरेज पे बैक टाइम पीरियड क्या है, या दिमाग में सिंपल बंदा कैलकुलेशन लगाता है कि ये एक्सेल वाला पार्ट तो अलग से साइड पे निकाल दो कि मैंने अगर 10 लाख इन्वेस्ट करे, मेरे को 1 साल बाद मेरा मान लो 30 लाख साल का खर्चा हो गया, ऑफिस रेंट, मार्केटिंग, सैलरीज, एवरीथिंग. 40 लाख रुपीस मैंने पॉकेट से स्पेंड कर दिए, मेरे को रिटर्न क्या आएगा? सो एवरेज पे बैक टाइम पीरियड आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट पे ऑन एन एवरेज 6 से 8 महीने का है इन अ मार्केट लाइक पुणे. वी कीप इट 11 months, बट इन अ मार्केट लाइक पुणे यू कैन डू इट अर्लियर. दिस इज अ मार्केट जो ऑन एन एवरेज पर मंथ 100 से ऊपर स्टूडेंट भी जनरेट कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज जब हमने फ्रेंचाइजी के लिए प्लान आउट करा था, हम हर सिटी में ट्रायल एड रन करके देखते हैं थ्रू डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स, और बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स आया हमें. एंड द ओनली थिंग आई नोटिस कि वहां पे मार्केट में बहुत सारी कंपनीज नहीं है. पीपल वॉन्ट टू गो अब्रॉड, बट ब्रांड्स को अवेयरनेस ही नहीं है कि वहां पे डिमांड है. हमें तो पता है हमें ये प्रोडक्ट बेचना है, हमने अलग अलग सिटीज में ट्रायल करे, हमें पता चल गया यहाँ पे डिमांड है, सप्लाई नहीं है. यहाँ पे डिमांड नहीं है, सप्लाई करके कोई फायदा नहीं है. सो वी हैव डन मार्केटिंग इन पुणे एंड आउट ऑफ ब्लू मून वी फिगर्ड आउट देयर वाज वेरी हाई डिमांड, बट वहां पे सप्लाई नहीं है, कंपनीज नहीं है. सो पीपल, बहुत लिमिटेड ऑप्शंस पुणे में अवेलेबल है, एंड दे हैव टू अप्लाई थ्रू मुंबई बेस्ड कंपनी जो कि ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशन वो करते हैं. सेम वर्क फ्रॉम होम मॉडल आ गया. सो बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज है. पर स्टूडेंट या पर एप्लीकेशन या पर क्लाइंट रेवेन्यू जो हो गया 70,000 से लेके 1.5 लाख 2 लाख के बीच रहता है. सो कीपिंग इन माइंड मिनिमम एवरेज भी अगर आप लेके चलोगे, 5 एप्लीकेशन भी आप महीने की कर रहे हो, अच्छी एप्लीकेशन. महाराष्ट्र की मैं एक अच्छी चीज बताऊंगा, स्टूडेंट के स्कोर्स अच्छे होते हैं, प्रोफाइल्स अच्छी होती हैं, सो वीजा सक्सेस रेशियो काफी अच्छी होती है अनलाइक पंजाब एंड अदर मार्केट्स. तो अगर आप 5 क्लाइंट भी कर रहे हैं, उसमें से आपको 80% रिजल्ट आ जाएगा. यू विल बी मेकिंग अराउंड 5 to 7 लाख रुपीस पर मंथ, जिसमें से अगर 2-3 लाख आपके खर्चे भी निकाल दें, 2-3 लाख यू कैन इजीली सेव. वही जो आपका 11 महीने का पे बैक टाइम पीरियड है. और सपोर्ट की जब बात आती है, आम जो पीपल कमिंग फ्रॉम लेमन बैकग्राउंड, प्रश्न यही आता है कि फ्रेंचाइजी फीस तो आपने बता दी, आपने फिगर्स में कैलकुलेशन करके भी बता दी कि इतने पैसे इतने टाइम में बन जाएंगे. कल को आप ये बोलोगे कि आपने ये चीज नहीं करी, इस वजह से रिजल्ट नहीं आया, या ये चीज अच्छी नहीं थी, इस वजह से आपको रिजल्ट नहीं आया. सो वी हैव डिजाइन्ड अवर फ्रेंचाइजी मॉडल इन अ वे कि आपको हर एक चीज का सपोर्ट मिले. ऑफिस कैसे ढूंढना है, कितना बड़ा करना है, उसका सेटअप कैसे करना है, उसका लेआउट कैसे बनाना है, उसमें ब्रांडिंग कैसे करनी है, सीआरएम कौन सा यूज करना है, कंपनी आपको वो प्रोवाइड करेगी, स्टाफ कौन सा हायर करना है, उसको ट्रेन कैसे करना है, उसको सैलरी कितनी देनी है, ब्रांच के खर्चे कितने रखने हैं, उसको मैनेज कैसे करना है, कितना विंडो रहता है कि कितने महीने में हमारा प्रॉफिट आने शुरू हो जाते हैं. सब कुछ फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग टिल द ब्रांच इज वेरी प्रॉफिटेबल टू द एक्सटेंट की प्रॉफिट हम तक पहुंचना शुरू नहीं हो जाता, बिकॉज वी आर नॉट चार्जिंग एनी रॉयल्टी और एनी कट आउट ऑफ द प्रोसेसिंग फीस यू चार्ज. सो हमें भी ब्रांच को उस लेवल पे लेके जाना है कि जहां पे आप पैसे बनाने लग जाओ, ताकि हम भी अपना शेयर उसमें से ले पाए. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट वी हैव इंक्लूडेड इन आवर सर्विसेज, कि कल को हम भी आपके ऊपर बात ना डालें कि आपने काम नहीं कर रहा या आपने ये चीज नहीं करी. जो कि मैंने एक बहुत बड़ी सेटबैक देखा है इस फील्ड में, जो कंपनीज फ्रेंचाइजी देती हैं बट वो उनको सपोर्ट नहीं देती. वो खाली एक एग्रीमेंट कर लेते हैं, ब्रांड दे देते हैं, प्रोडक्ट बताते हैं, हाँ जी ये यूके कनाडा ऑस्ट्रेलिया स्टूडेंट भेज दो. ब्रांच को ये नहीं पता होता या फ्रेंचाइजी को ये नहीं पता होता कि स्टूडेंट्स लाने कहाँ से हैं, स्टाफ कहाँ से हायर करना है, उसको सैलरी कैसे देनी है, ऑफिस का रेंट कितना होना चाहिए. सो दिस एवरीथिंग विल गाइड. हमारी एक प्रॉपर टीम है जो इसमें आपको सारा सपोर्ट देगी. सो यू वोंट हैव टू वरी ऑन मार्केटिंग पार्ट, यू वोंट हैव टू वरी ऑन द प्रोडक्ट पार्ट, यू वोंट हैव टू वरी ऑन द ब्रांड वैल्यू, जो कि बहुत अच्छा हमारा यूएसपी है. सो अबाउट कमिंग कंपनी, कुछ कंपनी की पब्लिकेशन गाइड हमने खुद की मैगजीन्स प्रिंट करी हुई हैं सभी कंट्रीज की. 40+ कंट्रीज वी डील विद. सो हमारे पास एडेड एडवांटेज है, वी डोंट वर्क विद 4 or 5 कंट्रीज जो कि पुणे की मार्केट में है. वी रिप्रेजेंट मोर देन 40+ कंट्रीज विच इज मोस्ट कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पोर्टफोलियो ऑफ एंटायर कंट्रीज. हमारे काम के लिए हमें 14 से ऊपर अवार्ड्स मिले हैं, जिसमें से चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ पंजाब, चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ हरियाणा, चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ हिमाचल प्रदेश, HRD मिनिस्टर ऑफ पंजाब, HRD मिनिस्टर ऑफ उत्तराखंड एंड फ्यू अदर कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स. जहां जहां पे हमारी ब्रांचेस हैं, हमारे ऑफिसेज हैं, वी बीन ड्यूली रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय ऑल द एसोसिएशन, ऑल द बॉडीज, ऑल द गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. और वही सक्सेस को हम बाकी सिटीज में रेप्लिकेट करना चाहते हैं. वी आर सर्टिफाइड बाय यूके, कनाडा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, न्यूजीलैंड, 50+ अदर कंट्रीज फॉर आवर वर्क इनटू द फील्ड वी डू. वी आर यूके ब्रिटिश काउंसिल सर्टिफाइड टू रिप्रेजेंट यूके एजुकेशन, जो कि इंडिया में बहुत लिमिटेड कंपनी के पास है. दिस इज हाउ वी डू अवर इवेंट्स एंड ब्रांचेस लॉन्च. कोई भी अगर न्यूज़पेपर होता है उसमें हम वेरी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव सारा कवरेज करते हैं, अच्छी न्यूज़ निकालते हैं ताकि ब्रांड अवेयरनेस आए मार्केट में. और नॉर्थ में हमारे सारे चैनल्स पे स्टडी अब्रॉड के, एजुकेशन के, इमिग्रेशन के, ट्रैवल के, एक्सपर्टीज टॉक शोज हैं. सो जो जो नई मार्केट्स हम डेवलप करते हैं वहाँ पे हमारे टॉक शोज हम लोकल मीडिया पार्टनर्स के थ्रू, वेब मीडिया पार्टनर्स के थ्रू वो पार्टनरशिप्स जो है हम एस्टैब्लिश करते हैं. सो इवन इन पुणे, महाराष्ट्र हमने पार्टनर्स एस्टैब्लिश करके रखे हैं. सो you'll be a recognized name in the market की एज कम्पेयर टू अदर कंपनीज. यूरोकैन ग्लोबल जो आपकी मार्केट में होगा वो एक अच्छा ब्रांड होगा. एंड यूरोकैन ग्लोबल वो पंजाब वाला नहीं होगा. यूरोकैन ग्लोबल एक नया वहां पे जो फ्रेंचाइजी बंदा लेगा वो खुद अपने आप में एक ब्रांड होगा. सो कुछ रिव्यूज जो स्टूडेंट ने हमारे सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे छोड़े हैं, कुछ प्रेस कवरेजेस होगी जो हमें अवार्ड्स या कुछ इवेंट्स हमने करे हैं. एंड दिस इज ग्लिम्स ऑफ द इवेंट्स वी डू. जैसे हमने अवर सर्विसेज में बताया हुआ है कि वी डू इवेंट्स एवरी क्वार्टरली. सो हमारे सेमिनार्स में 100 से लेके 250 स्टूडेंट का गैदरिंग रहता है. पुणे में भी हमने इवेंट करा था, वहां पे भी हमें 150 से ऊपर सिंगल डे में वॉक इन हुआ था. सो बहुत अच्छी मार्केट है. दिस इज हाउ अवर नॉर्मल ऑफिस लुक्स लाइक, जिसमें पर डे 50 तक अप टू 50 तक वॉक इन जनरेट होते हैं. जो स्टूडेंट्स आके या एप्लीकेंट्स आके अपने वर्क वीजा का हो गया, स्टूडेंट वीजा का हो गया, ट्रैवल वीजा का हो गया, उनकी प्रोफाइल्स जो है डिस्कस करते हैं. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जिनको इस इनटेक में वीजाज मिले हैं, डिस्पाइट लॉकडाउन, डिस्पाइट दिस कोविड थिंग, लास्ट 2 साल हम बिजनेस करते रहे. इस साल भी ड्यूरिंग कोविड लॉकडाउन जब दोबारा लगा था, ऑफिसेज बंद थे, स्टिल वी वर डूइंग डिसेंट बिजनेस. सो ये इंडस्ट्री में आपको ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी कि सीजनल बिजनेस है, 2 महीने बाद बंद हो गया, या साल में सिर्फ 5 महीने काम है, 6 महीने काम नहीं है. बहुत बड़ा लॉकडाउन का या कोविड का इस सेक्टर पे इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ा. ऑल्दो बिजनेस कम हुआ, but it hadn't went to zero. So we were making profits, we were covering our cost to a very good extent, जो कि एक अच्छा साइन है. और उससे अच्छा साइन क्या है कि आने वाले टाइम में जून जुलाई में एजुकेशन इंडस्ट्री पूरा ओपन हो चुका है ऑलमोस्ट, और सारा ओपन होने जा रहा है. इमिग्रेशन सारा ओपन होने जा रहा है, ट्रैवल सारा ओपन होने जा रहा है. सो इट इज अ बेस्ट टाइम इन लास्ट 2 years टू गेट इनटू दिस फील्ड. मेरे हिसाब से मेरे लिए भी बिजनेस करने में लास्ट ईयर जनवरी फरवरी में वी वर ऑन पीक ऑफ आवर फील्ड. और अब का अगर मैं टाइम कंपेयर करता हूं तो इससे अच्छा टाइम कोई नहीं है, क्योंकि एवरीथिंग इज गोना बी स्टार्टेड. और जब वो स्टार्ट होगा, जो जो 1-1.5 साल का बैकलॉग है वो कवर करके स्टार्ट होगा. सो पोटेंशियल मार्केट पुणे का अप्रॉक्सीमेट 12 लाख के आसपास टारगेट ऑडियंस है जो हमने फिगर आउट करा है, जो हमारे टारगेट एज ग्रुप में आती है. सो वी कीप इन माइंड 10% रेशो की, जो सारे के सारे तो बाहर जाएंगे नहीं, उसमें से 12 लाख में से 1-1.5 लाख जो है हमारी टारगेट ऑडियंस है. उसमें से भी 1-1.5 लाख में से 10% में से हमें 1-2% निकालने हैं, जो हमारा 1 साल का बिजनेस है. 12 लाख का, आप 1,20,000 आपका टारगेट ऑडियंस है. 1,20,000 में से 12,000 15,000 आपने साल की लीड जनरेट करनी है. और उसमें से अगर 150-200 फाइल भी आपने कर ली, आपका साल के सारे कॉस्टिंग कवर, आपका फ्रेंचाइजी फीस कवर्ड, सारी इन्वेस्टमेंट कवर, एंड you'll be making profits into very good digits. So this is what Eurocan Global Franchisee model is. बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है पुणे मार्केट के लिए, एंड वी आर वेरी नीड टू सेट अप एन ऑफिस इन पुणे वेरी सून. सो जो भी लोग साइन अप करते हैं, दे विल बी गेटिंग वेरी गुड सपोर्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेकिंग प्रॉफिट्स एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल. सो आपके कुछ प्रश्न हैं, आप कुछ डिस्कस करना चाहते हैं, या फर्दर आप कॉल शेड्यूल करना चाहते हैं, यू कैन गेट इन टच विद द फ्रेंचाइजी इंडिया टीम, कीपिंग इन माइंड द लिमिटेड टाइम है, ज्यादा इसको और लिंगर ऑन नहीं करूंगा. सो आई विल मूव ऑन टू द क्वेश्चन. ओवर टू यू स्टैनली.
Thank you, Amandeep ji. Wonderful opportunity for the people who have joined us from Pune. So we can now take up few questions. So partners, we can take up the questions from the brand itself. Jaideep ji, Manish ji, Indrajit ji, please take it up.
Hi, Amandeep. This is Jaideep. Just a quick question. As you said, you are in a process of setting up, your own office in Pune. So will it in any way impact franchisee operations, or how it is? Because anyway, a client wants to visit their, their own company office rather than going into franchisee. Is it like that, or will there be any difference? Can you shed some light?
No, I had mentioned that we are very keen to set up a franchisee office in Pune. See, starting up offices is not a difficult thing for us, but local market का knowledge होना, local लोगों के साथ जब हमने event करा था, we had this language barrier कि मराठी में बात करने में दिक्कत आ रही थी. So we are looking forward for people जो as a franchisee जल्दी sign up करना चाहते हैं. Pune is one of the very cities. कुछ cities में हमारे plans है, but बहुत ज़्यादा immediate नहीं है. Pune is one of the places जहाँ पे हम बहुत जल्दी sign up करना चाहते हैं. So there won't be any company owned office. We are looking forward for a franchisee. But उसके लिए हम support काफी ज़्यादा अच्छा दे देंगे क्योंकि this is a city which can generate up to 1000 students in a single year. So बहुत बड़ी market है और बहुत key market है. जैसे मैंने starting में बोला था, if I have to figure out 20 prime markets in India, वो 20 market में से एक पुणे मेरे लिए होगा.
Correct, absolutely. And another thing wanted to understand is on the working capital, like what sort of working capital one should keep it aside as a to sustain or to take it, and how long it should be a provision for, like 6 months maybe, or 4 months, or
That is very
with the
like
break
good
period.
हाँ ये काफी अच्छी चीज आपने पूछी है. Forgot to mention, aside franchisee fees, aside whatever money you have invested into office, एटलीस्ट 3 महीने का आपको वर्किंग कैपिटल हाथ में रखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अगर आप कोई भी एप्लीकेशन आज प्रोसेस करते हो, इंस्टेंट रिजल्ट उसका आता नहीं है. उसका रिजल्ट 2 महीने 3 महीने बाद आता है, 4 महीने बाद आता है. सो वी हाईली रेकमेंड, असाइड फ्रेंचाइजी फीस, असाइड दिस इन्वेस्टमेंट, 3 महीने का वर्किंग कैपिटल आपके पास हो. पहले 3 महीने का रिजल्ट आपको 4th 5th मंथ में आ जाएगा, 4th 5th 6th मंथ का रिजल्ट आपको 7th 8th मंथ में आ जाएगा. दिस इज हाउ द साइकिल विल गो. सो 3 महीने का वर्किंग कैपिटल इज द आंसर फॉर व्हाट यू हैव आस्क्ड.
Correct, absolutely. Thank you. That's what from my side.
Thank you, Jaideep. Thank you. Any other questions?
Meanwhile, if you can
Stanley?
also, Amandeep, yeah. Meanwhile, can you also give some idea on the number of staff required, or what should be the ideal team strength at the franchisee?
Okay, see, for a city like Pune, we can have a team of 4 to 5 people, 1 person handling reception, और 3 से 4 हो गए हमारे telecallers and 1 branch head. As I mentioned in our services, हमारा सिस्टम क्या है, day 1 से branch को costing उस हिसाब से maintain करके चलनी है कि वो costing हम cover कर पाएं. मैंने 10 बंदे रखवा दिए, 15 बंदे रखवा दिए, पता चले 2 महीने बाद working capital exhaust, हम उस cycle तक पहुंचे ही नहीं है. So minimum staff we start and gradually we increase, but this is a इंडस्ट्री जहां पे ऑर्गेनिक ग्रो भी कर सकते हो, इनऑर्गेनिक ग्रो भी कर सकते हो. बट इनिशियली वी रेकमेंड हैविंग 3 to 5 पीपल इन द बिगिनिंग. और जब एक बार पैसे आ जाते हैं ना, मान लो 3 महीने आपने वर्किंग कैपिटल जेब से लगा दी, तब तक हर चीज क्वेश्चन मार्क रहती है. जब 4th मंथ में प्रॉफिट आ जाता है, पहला प्रॉफिट आता है, वो भी लाखों में आता है, बंदे का कॉन्फिडेंस अपने आप बन जाता है कि हाँ ठीक है यार, मैं 2 बंदे और रख लेता हूँ, ये मार्केटिंग में पैसे और लगाता हूँ. इनिशियली वी रेकमेंड कीपिंग इट लो, बट वंस द प्रॉफिट्स आर देयर, यू कैन गो ऑन अ हायर level.
Absolutely, it makes lots of sense. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jaideep. Thank you.
Thank you
Mr.
so
Stanley.
much. Thank you so much, Mandeep ji, for wonderful presentation. I'm sure that we will definitely come up with a few more questions from the partners, investors who have joined from Pune. Thank you so much for taking out time and coming today. Thank you.
Namaskar, Pune.
Thank you. So with this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, which is Talbot, and would request Mr. Manu to please take it up and showcase the wonderful presentation that he has. Before we proceed, would request you to please keep the presentation short and crisp so that we can take up the relevant questions in time. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. Thank you so much. Namaste, Pune. It has always been very extraordinary to take these addresses and discussions. Today, happy to address Pune audiences. Friends, today we are here to present you an opportunity from a sector which is also known as a sunrise sector of the country. That is the facility management industry we are talking about. To start with, I'll quickly give you a little glimpse about the industry, both from an India perspective and globally. This industry, facility management industry, is expected to touch and cross $1.7 trillion globally. In India, it is expected to move with a pace of 3x and touch $26 billion mark by about 2026, which is slightly lesser than 2 crore. That's phenomenal, and that is why we say that it is almost like a revolution which is happening in the country. Now, what are the factors which is giving such big push to this business and industry is basically the rise in mechanization and technology, better efficiency and better cost efficiency, which has been demanded by the companies and offices and corporates. the rise in outsourcing requirements, demand in bundled set of services, increasingly demand and preferences in organized set of players. And we have also seen specifically in last 1 year or 14 months or so that this business, facility management business, is one of the businesses and opportunity जो कि pandemic proof है. We are working and managing client premises in all the walks of segments, right from healthcare to warehousing to BFSI segment to other segments. And we have never seen them shutting down this during this severe times also. Bank was working, healthcare hospital was working, manufacturing plants were operating, because they had to produce the goods accordingly. You just move to the next slide, Saurabh. So a little bit onto the footprint. As we speak, we are already managing about 1 crore of square feet of space across the country, with about 200 clients on our portfolio across the 17 cities, having about 3,000 or 3,000 odd people on our direct roles. That's the broader footprint. And onto the certifications part, as you can see that we are one of the rare facility management companies in the country who possesses all the 3 necessary certifications, which is 9001 quality management, 14001 environmental certification, and OSHA certification, which is to do with occupational health and safety. That's something which we take a lot of pride into. Also, it's a sister concern company of SmartWorks. SmartWorks, a lot of you may know about this, that SmartWorks is one of the largest co-working companies operating in India, with a footprint of about 60 lakhs square feet across the country. And Mr. Harsh Binani, who is the co-founder of SmartWorks, happens to be the director of Talbot Force as well. And also happy to inform you that SmartWorks, raised the first round of institutional series of about 200 crores from a Singapore-based company called Capilland. Now, quickly, if I have to just take you through this wagon wheel, I've already discussed about the footprint across the country, but also onto the service and quality standards. We make all the mechanization and technologies available to our partners. We are, as a company, we operate on ERP, right from starting till the end of the process. We have certain technologies which has been made on IoTs and AIs. All of that will be made available to our partners right from day one. Since facility management industry, जैसा कि हम जानते हैं कि ये blue collared or labor intensive industry है, we give a lot of importance to training and development as well. Certifications I have already covered. Under diversified products and services, we have 20 plus facility management services that includes manpower services, right from housekeeping to technical services to security services and administration staffing. Plus, we have also been doing disinfection services and home care services, which is more of B2B and B2C both in nature, successfully. In terms of tie-ups, we have strategic alliances with the top brands of the country who are providing the chemicals, consumables, and housekeeping equipments, gadgets, etc. You talk about Diversey, Buzil Rosari, IPC, Roots. We have all the strategic alliances at a HO level. Also, talking about our experience in the industry, we are working across 15 plus industries across the country. And as you can see now on the screen, a glimpse of, just move on to the next slide, Saurabh. This is the clientele, some of the marquee clientele which we already have in our portfolio. We work with corporates and manage offices like Samsung, Amazon, Cipla, Daikin, Avlara, Incido. Under industrial, we manage Colgate. We work with Aditya Birla, TCS Group, with government clients in portfolio. We work with enterprise institutions like Allen and ArcelorMittal, etc. And under residential developers and commercial developers, we work with the marquee clients in the country, including Pune. We work with Tata Realty. We manage a lot of premises of Godrej. We work with a Calcutta-based developer called Imami, Microtech. A lot of you would recollect this name, ASTP in Baner, Amar Southern Tech Park. etc. BFSI, warehousing, PSS, which is production support services, healthcare. The last column is very, very important, and that is why I mentioned earlier in my presentation that this particular segment has given us no rest, absolutely no rest in last 12 months. And since all these sectors were continuously working under pandemic times as well, e-commerce was on its peak. A production company like Marico or a tire plant like MRL was producing its products. A hospital like AIG in Hyderabad or TX or a pharma company like Dr. Reddy's were operating with its full capacity to address the markets, and that is why our services never got stopped. We spoke our services, 20 plus facility management services. Manpower, essentially, if you see the top rows, which is manpower services, bifurcating into housekeeping services, technical maintenance of the premises, security services, which is also known as the man guarding services, administration staffing services, along with sanitization services that includes disinfection, sanitization, and pest control, followed by the home care services, majority mainly deep cleaning and carpet cleaning and facade cleaning. These top three rows will be made available to you as part of our franchisee right from day one, and gradually we move on to the last two as well. But most importantly is that our 70% of the business comes from the first row of which is the manpower services, followed by 20 to 30% that comes from sanitization and home care services. Now, talking about the franchisee program, we started this program about a year ago. And we've been fortunate enough, we started with Franchiseindia, and today we have onboarded, as you can see, we have onboarded 15 plus successful partners already across the country. And with the help of our partners across the country, we have executed close to about 5 crore square feet, 50 million square feet of area in terms of sanitization and disinfection already. Another important point here is that we have got a very robust R&D team who is based in our HO, that is Noida. We continuously put a lot of efforts to invent a lot of product lines and service lines, both from national levels and from international geographies also, and which is being made available to all our partners from time to time for promotion. I'll quickly request my colleague to play a video here.
Is because of their detailed business plan they showcased to us. Once onboarded, they had a very well-planned induction program. We are very positive that this is going to be a profitable venture for us. Thank you.
For the past 10 months, the journey with Talbot Force has been very fruitful and exciting. We were able to grab clients that we couldn't in the past. They've been very supportive. The team has been very motivating and encouraging to us since day one. Some of the clients that we would gather were Sai Surface Coating, Purva Summit, and some of the residential complexes that we did.
Here in this slide, we are trying to depict with an illustration by picking a investment in a traditional tool. For example, we have picked up here a fixed deposit at a rate of 6%. As we can see, कि अगर हम 5 लाख रुपए का investment एक fixed deposit में करते हैं at a rate of 6% ROI on an annual basis, the outcome is close to about 5.3 to 5.4 lakhs with an upside of about 30-40,000 rupees only. As compared to a scenario, अगर आप facility management contract में एक 5 लाख रुपए का amount डालते हैं, it gives you a whopping 36% of ROI annually. That is almost about 3% month after month. And the best part here is that it gives you a reoccurring profits and a reoccurring top line, which is month after month. And the second important point which is coming out of this slide is that it gives you a very predictable reoccurring cash flow scenarios, because जब आप contract करते हैं manpower contracts, typically these contracts are in the range from 12 months to 24 months and 36 months. So you have a clear predictability, a visibility for the next 24 months or 36 months, both on the top line and the margins. This is highly scalable business. That is also very, very important. When you start from you can always start from a small territory, and as you decide to grow and you taste success, you can always very quickly switch it to the next territory. That is why we say that this business is very scalable, can be scaled up from one territory to another territory, one city to another city. Yeah. Quickly on to the setting up the business, as we can see that this is very, very financially affordable model, and we have created a very asset light model, and the investment in this model is absolutely less than 5 lakhs rupees within return on investment, in a span of 6 months or even less than 6 months. When you talk about a city like Pune, since it is a very, very low capex business, we don't really encourage our partners to hire any big office initially or hire any van initially. We don't really encourage to do that. Followed by, we with our support on the ground level, we can actually make our partner go live in a week's time. With income generation process actually starts from that first month itself. And as we can see on the right hand side, the comparison of the growth potential in a city like Pune, I would say from my past experience in last 10 to 12 months, most of our franchisee partners have been able to touch a benchmark of about 1.5 CR to about 2 CR in terms of top line, the revenues, and by maintaining a balanced mix, which we recommend also between manpower contracts versus declining contracts, that is 70% is to 30%. On to the support part, as we can see at the bottom, we run a lot of schemes in terms of award and recognitions for our partners from month to month, on an annual basis, on a 6-monthly basis, and a quarterly basis, where we really reward our best franchisees and top performing franchisees on various parameters. You being a partner get all the access of our proprietary technology right from day one. We give you a lot of support in new acquisition of clientele and business, because Pune is a very, very focused city for us. You will get it both local support and the support from our HO, which is in Noida, along with the partnerships which we produce time to time, and that comes to your way from time to time from our R&D team. Just move on to the next slide, Saurabh. In terms of extended support, as we can see that it is, since we are dealing with a labor and a blue-collared industry, it has a specific requirement in terms of hiring and recruitment. And we give you all the support locally, in terms of hiring any blue-collared, unskilled, semi-skilled, skilled, even the executive level staff from time to time. Technology, I have already discussed that all of that will be made available to our partners. Very important part of Engine is sales and marketing. So friends, I would like to inform you that Pune, we have got our regional office in Pune, which is based in Baner, a commercial building called ASGP. And you will get a lot of support from our local sales lead on a day-to-day basis, wherein your connects, your associations, along with our connects, our associations will be churned together, and that collaboration would happen between you and us locally. And also from a central level, you will get a lot of support from our HO, where we do a lot of calling activities from time to time. We do a lot of social media marketing, advertising platforms, wherein we end up generating a lot of leads, based on the pin codes. And all of those leads will be passed on to you for your respective territory. Coming on to operations, executions, and training part, we encourage our partners to focus on new business acquisition initially, at least for a span of about 3 to 6 months, And we also suggest and recommend not to take any burden or pressure on, particularly on the operations or on the execution of a contract, because we have got a very solid and a robust team in Pune, wherein you will get all the local support, etc., along with the HO support. One very important point here is that being a brand, we are giving you one very important leeway and support, which is working capital support. Friends, you will be happy to know that for any manpower contract, what we will get together, or you get it on your own, or we give it to you in terms of allocation, all of that in terms of working capital in that contract will be made available from the brand's end. So your working capital is intact in manpower contracts. Talbot Force will continue investing in the working capital, giving you the margins month after month along with the top line. Yes, you will have to do operationally, you will have to be in contact with the client and do the sustenance part along with our local team and regional teams. I'll quickly refer a couple of success stories here. Case study one is one of our franchisee partners in Bangalore who got established in the month one, and we successfully inducted him into our system along with the recruitment support and setting up the shop support. We allocated a pan-India contract to this partner in the second month, which is SGFC. We went together and collaborated in the month 3, wherein we together bagged 2 big contracts in production support. Amaya Foods, which is a Marico products subsidiary, along with Punpure Chemical. And then there was another allocation in the form of Allen, which is a pan-India client in Bangalore to them. Today, they are sitting at a very, very comfortable top line of 3 crore annually, along with about 1 lakh rupees or 90 odd thousand rupees, which is coming up on a monthly margin basis. Second study is basically from the Ahmedabad region. And this is one of the quickest and the successful partner, we have seen in our last 5 to 6 months. In a span of 5 to 6 months, this partner in Ahmedabad could generate manpower contracts and clients across all the categories. As you can see with our support locally and they could bag a contract with e-commerce companies, Grofers. They are now doing with a commercial building client, which is Icon. Along with they are managing Allen, and recently they have bagged one of the largest hospital, 250, one of the largest hospital in that territory, 250 bedded hospital. They are sitting at a comfortable position of about 2.5 CR on an annual basis, with about 85,000 rupees as margin, which is coming up month after month and reoccurring in a reoccurring format to them. Yes, coming back to Pune as a opportunity. Pune, friends, हमारे लिए बहुत ही focused territory है. We are looking Pune as a very, very aggressive market. If I have to talk top 10 market in the country, Pune is amongst them. और मैं ये आपको बताता चलूं कि पुणे में we have got a huge presence. We are doing contracts in Pune across all walks of segments. आप कल्याणी नगर से शुरू करें, coming to Viman Nagar, moving on to Magarpatta. We are doing a lot of commercial building management in Baner. We are doing a corporate client in Pimpli Saudagar Road. Then you move towards Diggy area, where a lot of warehousing companies and e-commerce companies are located. We manage some of the biggest premises of Grofers. We manage Big Baskets. We manage Dynamic Logistics over there. Then you move toward Chakan and on the area जहाँ पे पूरा manufacturing pharma companies based हैं. Alongside, you have a lot of ITES companies in Pune. So Pune, on the whole, if you see, it is one of the lucrative opportunities, business opportunities, I would say. And today, as we speak, we have deployed close to about 1,000 people already in Pune, which is functioning fully over there. Our regional office is based in Baner, and we've got a very robust team, solid team who will support you day in, day out to flourish your business. Now, 2 important points before I finish this presentation and take up some of the questions is that one is that, as I mentioned, that it is this business has come up a pandemic-proof business opportunity, unlike any other opportunity. Hospital जैसे आप देखते हैं चलता ही रहता है, वो पैंडेमिक में कभी रुका नहीं है. प्रोडक्शन प्लांट, एक टायर अगर अपना टायर बना रहा है, या फिर आप कंपनी लाइक एसकेएफ बेयरिंग और एटलस कॉपको कंपनी जो पूना में स्थित है, वो कभी रुके नहीं. Along with that, e-commerce companies, Grofers हो गया, Big Basket हो गया, Amazon हो गया, they never stopped, they never shut down. BFSI segment never shut down. तो यहाँ पे हमारी जितनी मैन पावर लगी थी फैसिलिटी मैनेजमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में, हाउसकीपिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में, वो हमेशा इंटैक्ट रही. हाँ, थोड़ा सा कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस जो बंद हुआ उससे थोड़ा सा ऑप्टिमाइजेशन हुआ जरूर, बट ये लास्ट सेगमेंट ने पूरा टेक केयर किया. एंड वी हैव बीन एबल टू सक्सेसफुली मल्टीप्लाई आवर बिजनेस स्पेसिफिकली इन लास्ट 1.5 years into these segments. Second is that हमारे इस बिजनेस में हम आपको एक एडवांटेज और देते हैं. Unlike any other business, you talk about retail, or you talk about a store, or you talk about any other business, this business does not work on a catchment area. तो अगर आपने टेरिटरी बानेर साइड में लिया है, या ग्रेटर बानेर साइड में लिया है, सबब्स में लिया है बानेर के, and you have a connect, let's say you have an association जहां पे आपको लगता है बिजनेस क्लोज हो सकता है विमान नगर में, we will encourage you, we will collaborate with you, and we will help you to do the closure in बानेर. उस केस में भी जहां पे आपकी प्रेजेंस नहीं है टेरिटरी की, हम उसको ऑपरेट करते हैं और आपको फिर भी रेफरल मिलता है, मार्जिन मिलता है मंथ आफ्टर मंथ. नॉट ओनली दिस, sitting in Pune, if you have an opportunity or a connect in Bangalore, or let's say in Delhi, and you help us with that, and we do the legwork locally, because we are operating in a pan-India locations across 18 cities. There also you get to earn margins which are reoccurring month after month. And the third important point is the working capital. For all the manpower contracts, we will invest the working capital on your behalf. You and our team locally will manage the contract and sustain the contract. With this, I would like to invite all the like-minded business partners who are wanting to collaborate on this facility management whopping opportunity and flourish the business together. We invite you, Pune, and looking forward to your queries in case we can resolve that.
Thank you, Mr. Manu, for such a wonderful presentation. Due to time constraint, we'll be only able to take one single question, and would request our partners to please ask whatever question they have. Jaideep ji, Manish ji, if you have any question, Indrajit ji, please ask.
Right now, I don't have any questions. Maybe we can take questions afterwards when we collate all those queries.
Sure. Jaideep ji, if you have any question?
No, I'm fine right now.
Indrajit ji, any question from your side?
No, not for this moment.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Manu ji, so much for coming and taking our time for the session. Thank you so much for joining in today.
Great, thank you so much. Take care, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. So with this, I would now like to invite the next brand, which is Unirocks, and would request Mr. Ghosh to showcase the wonderful presentation that he has for all of us. Once again, just a gentle reminder that as we are running out of time, would request Mr. Ghosh to please keep your presentation short and crisp so that we can able to understand it in a very easy way, and we can take up the questions post the presentation. Over to you, Mr. Ghosh, to showcase the presentation. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I am the MD from Unirocks Bicycle Company. Unirocks Bicycle, I think it's better I share the screen just. So Unirocks is one of the leading player in the field of high-end bicycles, mid to high-end bicycles. और ये पैंडेमिक का टाइम बाइसाइकिल एक ऐसा बिजनेस है जो कि अफेक्टेड नहीं है फॉर द लॉकडाउन एंड एवरीथिंग, जो कि पॉजिटिवली अफेक्टेड बाय लॉकडाउन, पॉजिटिवली अफेक्टेड बाय कोविड. वर्ल्ड ओवर सारा दुनिया भर में बाइसाइकिल का डिमांड बढ़ा है, स्पेशली इन अर्बन एरियाज. जिम्स आर क्लोज्ड, आदमी को घूमने का फिरने का जगह नहीं है, एंड दे don't want to go sharing bikes, cars and autos with other people's. They want to have social distancing. So bicycle give them the means of social distancing. Bicycle give them a environment friendly mode of transport. bicycle give them a mode of transport which they can move in lockdown. Moreover, bicycle give them the choice and chance of exercise and stay healthy during when all the gyms are closed, other options are closed. And in the pandemic, people have learned how important it is to stay healthy. So now this is a little bit about us. We are a group based, we started in 1964. And now currently we are into manufacturing and exporting of bicycles, e-bikes. And this is, you can see our product range. We have product range from kids bikes to hybrid bikes to bikes means bicycle. I mean, hum bikes bolte bicycles actually generally in Europe and US they are called it bikes, so I'm telling you bikes, but they are bicycles. So we are in kids bicycles, we're in hybrid bicycles, city bicycles, lady segment, in fat segment. The most popular segment is MTB, also in the junior, and also upcoming is e-bikes. E-bikes are battery powered bikes. So you can see in each and every segment there are SKUs of 14, somewhere is 10, somewhere is 7. In all together we have more than 32 to 35 SKUs. So these are different models, and each SKUs have multiple colors, so a lot of choice for customers. And this is one of the segment that is growing all over very fast, being a very environment friendly thing and very apt and correct business at the moment for the time of COVID. So this is about our bicycles. We are world-class bicycles, quality, because we have a foreign collaboration with a German company. It's designed and developed in Germany. So our bikes are at par with international brands. Expansive reach, we already export both in Europe and Asia. We are only Indian company situated in a special economic zone near Kolkata port and export regularly to Europe. And legacy of decades, and also we cater to government's orders for high-end bicycles. Sorry. Maybe I have. So these are the present distribution network we have. We have almost distribution in each and every part of the country, in each and every state. This is the distribution, I mean, through the multi-brand dealers. Now we are looking for exclusive retailers in all part of the country. We have already started in Kolkata, exclusive franchise, and also we will now open for all other cities. This is a typical store, franchise store. You can see this is not very big. Investment is also not very big. We require only 200 square feet for the store itself, another 100 square feet for the service, and one more 100 square feet required for the storage. So only 400 square feet in total. Out of this 200 square feet should be in the main showroom, air conditioned showroom, and another additional 200 square feet. So it's a very not very huge investment, and also this is one of the business where the manpower needed is very less. You know, number one, these products are not perishable, तो ये खराब नहीं हो जाता. आपके पास पड़ा भी है एक महीना, कोई मॉडल ऐसा नहीं कि खराब हो जाएगा. It's not perishable. Number two, manpower, जो आपको आदमी चाहिए बहुत कम. Is only 2% actually needed. One is store manager come salesman. Often this is part of the family of the franchise owner. And another one is a mechanic, and the mechanic also earns for you because ये जो service होता है साइकिल का, जैसे मोटरसाइकिल कार का सर्विस होता है, ये साइकिल का भी जो सर्विस होता है, that is also revenue earning. So you'll be earning revenue through service, post selling service. So this is a very less manpower आप काम कर सकते हो इसमें. Only 2 permanent employees are needed per shop. So it's a bicycle retail industry in India. There is whole scenario has been given. You can later on, you can take over and read it. You can get it from Franchiseindia and read it in detail. And the whole scenario has been explained here. A huge market of 22 million bicycles. Out of this, the high-end bicycles is, you can say, this is segment-wise. There's a kids bicycle, roadster, low value bicycles are 50%. This high end is 25%. This 25% is our market. This is where we cater. And This is the urban, and Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, these are the best cities for high-end bicycles. The highest demand of high-end bicycles from these cities. And this is a very good place to start a franchise. And I can assure you, I will come to the financials. In the very first year, पहला साल आपका ऑपरेशंस का पहला साल में आपको पैसा रिटर्न इन्वेस्टमेंट कहा जाएगा. इसका मानी 100% ROI, 100% आपका जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है पहला साल में आ जाएगा. This is very few business can assure you in time of pandemic. This is segment wise price segment. Our price segment is 15,000 to 40,000. This is the selling price. Out of that, we also have models in the 8 to 15,000, but the most of our highest selling segment is 15 to 25,000. This is the main bicycle markets in India. You can see Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, NCR, and all the major A cities and B cities have tremendous, growth and a tremendous scope of opportunity for franchise. These are competing brands. Firefox, Roadmaster, Bike Studio, all are doing very good. Especially Firefox has an expansive reach. And this is the number of outlets. Franchise outlet Firefox has still at 184. And the space requirement is 500 square feet. And investment requirement is there is 25 lakhs. Our is much less. This is the Bike Studio, similarly 25 lakhs. This is the Roadmaster is 15 lakhs. This is more like us. We are also targeting this about 15 lakhs of investment. So this is why bicycle business is very much, and what is the key points of here. This is accessible neighborhood retail store concept, get closer to customer. A modern retail store format with 400 square feet in total. I have showed you 200 plus 100, 100. Available portfolio, we have a wide variety of mix, and we have a very wide range of affordable prices in all price range. And here, franchisees are getting direct supplies from unit factory. There's no in-between distributors, no there is coming somebody third party. All that the franchise will get directly from the manufacturer, the company, main bicycle company. So this will help have a good margin for our franchise retailers. So what we help and how we help: setting up the EBO, maintaining stock inventory, local store marketing, tie up with sport club association, tie up with school for event sponsors, team deployment. This is the way we work together. This is the main thing that you will be looking for. This is the financial of the product. This is the ROI and investment. Everything is given here. See, the total typical store size is 400 square feet, which I explained you. 200 square feet in the main display showroom, 100 square feet is the store, and 100 square feet for the service. So 400 square feet. So the interior fit outs is requirements 3.75 lakhs. Equipments for service and everything displaying is 1.85 lakhs. Initial stock of bicycles 8 lakhs. It will be replenished again and again. You will be selling bicycles and buying. Franchise fee in total is 2 lakhs. Pre-opening marketing expenditures total 1.75 lakhs. So total is approximately 17 lakhs. So revenue projection, you can see 400 bicycles. We have worked on 400 bicycles per year. This is almost 365 days a year. So almost 1 bicycles per year. No bicycle shop in India sells 1 bicycle per day. So it is always more than that. So we have done on the bare minimum. A average shop in Pune, you can check, sells around 10 bicycles, 5 to 10 bicycles per day. So we are saying you, even आपको अगर 1/10 of the average भी sell होता है, साल में अगर 400, इसका मतलब हर रोज average 1 sell भी होता है, तब भी आपका जो investment है, you are getting back your investment. This is a fantastic rate of return. I'm explaining you further. So the 400 bicycles on average selling price is 18,000, is 72 lakhs. Accessories, in fact, we will be selling more. Everything we have given here in conservative terms. So this is 2 lakhs, and service in the service means the regular service you will be giving on the bicycles. And also this is only the service of the labor cost has been taken. You will be also selling parts when giving the service. That is not being accounted for. So this is 75.8 lakhs is your revenue projection for first year. And gross margins is given here. So gross margins is coming a total 24.24 lakhs on the bicycles. Actually, bicycles we are giving you 42% margin. On that 12% is GST. So net bicycle margin is coming on 30%. Accessories are usually worked on 100%, but we have given you a more conservative way of 60%. So even in the conservative terms of calculation, कम से कम भी अगर पकड़ लेते हैं तब भी आपको 24 lakhs फर्स्ट साल का आपको नेट इनकम दिखा रहा है. इसका माने it is ROI on, you can say, in the first year you are getting 100% return of your profit, of your investment. 100% जो आप पैसा लगा रहे हो पहला साल में आपको वापस आ जाएगा. So this is a very unique opportunity, I think. Payback, nobody gives you payback of 18 to 21 months. Within here is 18 to 21 months, but taking consideration all other factors. So 1 से 1.5 साल में आपका पूरा पैसा वापस आ जाना is not a matter of joke. I think this, and also this industry, आप ख्याल रखिएगा, ये जो एक industry है, ये जो एक चीज है, कोविड में पॉजिटिवली इम्पैक्टेड हुआ है. पॉजिटिव में कोविड में ये नेट सेल घटा नहीं है, कोविड में सेल बढ़ा है. And it will remain this way. People want to be healthy. People want to do exercise. People want to have a good means of environment-friendly way of living. So this demand will remain in days to come. And also, we will be doing e-commerce. That is not taken here. So we will be doing e-commerce in which way that it will be multimodal. That is, with order will be given online to the company's website, but the franchise whose area is that, the nearest उस डेजिग्नेटेड पिन कोड, सपोज पुणे का फ्रेंचाइज में पुणे के जितना भी ऑर्डर आएगा उनका एरिया में, तो सारा ऑर्डर उनका ई कॉमर्स का भी उन्हीं के पास आएगा, तो ही विल डिलीवर इट. सो ही विल गेट मार्जिन ऑन दैट आल्सो. And also there's coming up is the next year, by this year end, is the e-bikes, the battery powered lithium ion battery powered e-bikes. We already have our catalogs, already are exporting e-bikes. We will be launching in India in later third quarter or fourth quarter of this year. And that will be also additional. उसको हम लोग प्रोजेक्शन में लिया नहीं, वो जो होएगा आपको वो additional. So this is the we have 60 MBO dealerships already. Time to roll out EBOs. We are looking for EBOs, exclusive franchise outlets. And this is the also this is there's bikes now available on credit. We will tie up with you, Bajaj Finance and Kotak Mahindra Bank. We have tie-up, so we will get the tie-up also for giving customers on EMI basis. क्योंकि high-end bikes है, तो इस range में काफी आदमी EMI चाहता है, so that is available. They will get EMI. You can also able to sell insurance if they want. There is additional extra income for you. So everything the company will help. We have tie-up with insurance companies. We have tie-up with banks for the EMIs and everything. So we have bikes for everyone, from kids to senior citizens. So our bikes for everyone, for every segment, for roads, city, mountain bikes, everything. I think we have finished our presentation, and anyone have any questions can ask me.
Thank you, Mr. Ghosh, for a wonderful presentation. And I would request our partners that we can take up now a few questions. So any questions we have from you, partner, Jaideep ji, Manish ji? Jaideep ji, we have any questions from your side?
Nothing from my side.
Okay. Anything from you, Jaideep ji? Or maybe Inderjeet ji?
Yeah, nothing from my side as of now.
Sure.
I just like to add that franchise is at the moment available apart from Pune. If you want to have in Mumbai, that is also available. And this is one of the very few business we can assure you will get your investment back in 1.5 years.
Indeed, Mr. Ghosh. Thank you so much for taking out time and joining us today for this wonderful session. Thank you so much for taking out time. Thank you.
Thank you.
So with this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, which is Gem Selections, and would request Mr. Aradhya to please present the wonderful opportunity that he has for all of us today. Over to you, Mr. Aradhya, to showcase the screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Stanley ji. I would like to begin the presentation with a short video.
Gem Selections, the world's biggest gemstone brand founded in 1987 by Pankaj Khanna, with the only goal to bring the finest of the world to our customers. With more than 500 dealers worldwide, 1,904 affiliated astrologers and 15 stores around the globe, Gem Selections brings quality gemstones from factory to the hands of the customers directly. Technologically advanced ecosystems around gemstones are designed to benefit both the sellers and customers. Gem Selections has been recognized as a symbol of trust and genuinity by celebrities. With more than 2 crore YouTube lifetime views and over 50 lakh traffic across website and social media, Gem Selections has been the choice of all ages. Come partner with us and be a part of the largest growing gemstone brand in the world. Gem Selections.
About us. Gem Selection is the retail brand of our group, Khanna Gems Group. Today, Gem Selection is the biggest brand for astrological gemstones in the world. My father, Mr. Pankaj Khanna, he is the chairman as well as the face of the brand. He is a very renowned astrologer and he is also the author of the best-selling book on gemstones, Mystery of Gemstones.
Our vision is to empower people to enjoy the benefits of natural gemstones by making the same available to them in each and every corner of the world at reasonable prices.
Industry scale. Today, the astrological gemstones industry is worth 28 billion US dollars, and we are the biggest player in this industry. Legacy and founder story. Gem Selections is a brand which has been running for 2 generations. I am the 2nd generation. My father, Mr. Pankaj Khanna, he started the brand back in 1987. So today we are a family-owned business, but our work ethics and our work culture is that of a corporate, with systems and processes running the business. Problem that we are trying to solve today. Actually, in the market, 99% of the jewelers are selling heated, treated, fake gemstones to their customers. And sometimes they even hand over glasses to their customers in the name of real gemstones. So what we provide to our customers, we provide 100% natural, non-heated, non-treated, government lab IGI detailed certified gemstones. We have been selling gemstones for the past 34 years. And till now, not even one person has said that you have sold us something which is not real. We provide 100% natural, non-heated, non-treated, government lab certified gemstones. Today, our gemstones are sold from 500 dealers, more than 500 dealers, and more than 18 stores worldwide. And not even one customer has said that your gemstone is not real. So that is what we are giving to our customers, because we are selling genuine product. So because if the product is not genuine, if the gemstone is not genuine, the customer will not get the astrological benefit that the person wants to get from the gemstone. Because people wear gemstone only and only for astrological purposes, and the gemstone will have the desired astrological effect only and only when it is 100% natural, and that is what we provide to our customers. The second thing is that our product is the most affordable in the market because our operations are vertically integrated. We have no middleman in between because we ourselves source the rough, we import the rough, do cutting of the rough, and then sell it to wholesalers and retailers. So that is the reason our cost of the product is very less. If I don't have 10 rupees, I cannot give 2 rupees to anyone. Na? So that is the same reason. Since our margin is good, that is the only reason we are able to provide the gemstone to our customer at a lesser price than what it is being sold in the market, and still make good profit and also share our profit with our franchise partners. So that is our strength. We have 6 gems in our crown. Number 1, online presence. Today we have more than 5 million web views on our internet properties monthly, and the lifetime views on our YouTube channel, it is more than 2 crore. We have been covered by almost all the media of this country, all the media. Celebrities also talk about us on a very regular basis. Next gem is my father himself. He has such credibility in the market that people will be buying gemstones from our brand only because he is the owner of the brand. So today what we have a tie-up with more than 1900 astrologers globally. So what is this tie-up with astrologers? Like pharmaceutical companies, they tie up with doctors to sell their medicines. Doctors recommend a particular company's medicine, and that medicine, when it's sold, the doctor is given a commission. Similarly, in our business, astrologer is the doctor. People will go to astrologer. I am having this issue, what should I do? The astrologer will tell, you should wear this particular gemstone, it will do good to you, and you should wear it from gem selections. So the customer will buy the product from us only. Even if the customer's own uncle is a jeweler, he will not buy the product from his uncle because the customer is not concerned with the gemstone. The customer is concerned with the remedy. And since the astrologer has told that if you buy it from gem selections, it will do good to you, the customer will come to us only. So we have more than 1900 people globally who recommend our brand and they get commission in return. So we have a very strong network of people recommending our brand. We are the next gem is our EMI facility. We are the only company in entire Asia which actually sells gemstones on EMI. We can sell gemstones from the value of 5,000 rupee to 15 lakh rupee on EMI, and the EMI duration can be 6 months to 60 months. That is 5 years. Today, when iPhones and other phones are also sold on EMI, the EMI duration is maximum 3 years. And we are selling gemstones on EMI for a duration of 5 years. We have been awarded by various national as well as international organizations. Offline presence of gem selections.
Gem selection stores around the world. 14 stores in India, Delhi, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Mumbai, Mysore, Bangalore. 2 stores in USA, San Francisco, California, and Idaho. 1 store in London, United Kingdom, and 1 store in Melbourne, Australia. Gems.
Impact of COVID. We are one of the few businesses who have actually benefited out of COVID because the times are uncertain. So what happens? People are consulting more and more astrologers. And when they are consulting more and more astrologers are recommending our brand. So obviously the demand for our gemstones is rising. The second reason is that we are the only company when it comes to buying gemstones on EMI. So let's say there are 10 customers in the market who 100% have to buy a gemstone. And all of the 10 people are made, got to know that we are selling gemstones on EMI. So out of 10, 9 people will actually come to us. Because right now, everybody wants to save cash. They want that liquidity should remain with them. So let's say a customer wants to buy a 2 lakh rupee gemstone. The customer has to pay us just 20,000 rupees and he can take that gemstone home and pay us monthly 2 to 3,000 rupees. So the customer will not get this facility anywhere else. So that is the next reason why our sale is rising continuously. Franchise opportunity. I will like to play the short video.
Gem Selections Experience Center. We receive calls from nearly every district of this country. Let's say a customer sitting in Pushkar wants to buy a gemstone of rupees 2.5 lakhs, which he has selected on our website. He will be very afraid to order something of this value without any face-to-face interaction. The customer usually asks that do we have any branch office nearby? Here is where the role of Gem Selections Experience Center franchisee begins. We will redirect all our customers to our franchisee's address. He or she will take the payment from the customer. We will dispatch the particular gemstone from our headquarters to the franchisee's address, and then the customer will collect the gemstones from the franchisee. The franchisee will earn a good commission for facilitating the sale. Since we are the only company in India which sells gemstones on EMI, many people will inquire about the same from our franchisee as well. We will provide our internal software to the franchisee to access the customer's credit worthiness in order to sell gemstones on EMI. Does the franchisee owner need to be involved in the day-to-day operations? The franchisee owner does not need to be involved in the day-to-day operations at all. We have developed standard operating procedures for everything. Area required for the franchisee: 70 square feet to 100 square feet. Location of franchisee: the franchisee need not be in any mall or any main market, as our goal is not to sell to the walk-in customers. The franchisee can be opened in any location, but the location should be such that people should feel comfortable in carrying cash to buy their gemstone. Number of employees: only one employee will be needed, whose job will be to explain the customers about gemstones, take their ring size, place the order on our internal panel, collect money from the customer, and hand over the gemstone to the customer.
Benefits for a franchisee for gem selections: access to 65 crore worth of government lab certified gemstone inventory, exclusive rights to operate gem selection store in a territory, training program and certification to represent gem selections, multiple revenue streams, EMI support to customers from our finance team, access to all departments of gem selections headquarters, full central and local marketing support, 24/7 audio and video CCTV surveillance which ensures autopilot operations, franchisee support team to help with each and every issue on top priority, technology support provided by Gem Selections.
Benefits to a franchisee. Actually, in our business, a lot of inventory is needed because the customer can demand any size of the gemstone and any variety of the gemstone. So our range starts at 1100 rupees per ratti and it goes up to 1,11,000 rupees per ratti. So a customer can be buying a 5,000 rupee product and the customer can be buying a 15 lakh rupee product, and all the range in between the same. So what happens? A lot of inventory is needed to satisfy each and every customer, to fulfill the demand of each and every customer. So that is not possible for a franchisee to have the entire inventory in the store. So what we have in place is a combination of online and offline. So our franchise partner will be having an inventory of approximately 7.5 lakh rupees in the store. And the franchise partner will, if the customer's demand is not, the customer's demand cannot be fulfilled from the inventory that is lying in the store, then the franchise partner will show the customer our online inventory on the tablet. He will book the order. We will ship the product from our head office to the franchisee store, and then the franchisee will give the product to the customer and the sale will be made. So our franchise partner is getting the access to an inventory which is worth more than 65 crores, and not just any inventory, 100% government lab IGDL certified inventory. So our franchise partner will also get an exclusive territory. In Pune, we will be opening only 2 stores. So 2 stores will only be there in Pune. 15 days training is mandatory for the franchise partner and their staff. Our franchise partner will get multiple revenue streams. Our franchise partner will sell gemstones to normal B2C customers, online and offline. And our franchise partner will also do B2B sales to jewelers and astrologers. And we also have a structure which encourages housewives to recommend our brand, and they will also get commission. So what we have in place is that we have systems through which gemstones will be sold in all possible ways, Since we are the only company which is actually selling gemstones on EMI, so our franchise partner might be thinking, okay, they will shift the burden of the EMI on us. No, that is not the case. In each and every EMI transaction, the transaction will be between us, the customer, and the bank or the NBFC. The franchise store is not involved in the transaction on paper, but the franchise partner will get his commission upfront. Even if the customer is not paying, we will not take the money back from our franchise partner. So the franchise partner has no risk in the EMI transaction whatsoever. All departments of our headquarters are at complete disposal of our franchisee. Full central and local marketing support is there. 24/7 audio and video CCTV surveillance will be done by us. Franchise support team is there to help our franchise partners, and all the queries of our franchise partners will be resolved within 30 minutes. And full technology support will be given by us.
Gem Selections has built up its reputation through genuineness and dedication with only one goal: delivering the best of best to our customers. We select 1 in hundreds as our franchisee partner to ensure the integrity of our brand and its future endeavor after statistical analysis by our team and chairman, Mr. Pankaj Khanna himself.
We are very selective when it comes to choosing the franchise partners. Why? Because we have built this brand with lot of hard work. My parents have built this brand with lot of hard work. So we don't want that any wrong franchise partner should spoil the brand, because we do business in a very royal manner. We do business with ethics and integrity. So what we want is that the franchise partners that we partner with, the franchisees that we partner with, they also have the same ethics and same long-term vision. They are not there for quick money. It is not any MLM scheme that you invest money today, next day it will double. Our business is a very good business. You can make a fortune out of this business. But we want that our franchise partners should be such people who have a long-term vision and they don't do anything which is unethical. So that is why we have a very stringent selection process for the franchisees. What is the investment? The total investment to start a gem selection store, it is 17 lakh rupees. So 7.5 lakh rupees will be the stock. The franchise fees will be 5 lakh rupee. The setup cost will be 3 lakh rupee. The working capital needed is 1.5 lakh rupee. So gestation period is 3 months. We need 100 square feet area. 1 person as staff is required. Rent will be 20,000 rupee. Staff salary 20,000 rupee. Miscellaneous expenses 10,000 rupee. So the total monthly expense is 50,000 rupees. Revenue margin 20% on the online sale of gemstones and jewelry, and 28% on the gemstone and jewelry stock, and 40% on the crystal stock. Revenue projections. In the first year, our franchise partner will have a turnover of approximately 60 lakh rupees, and after that the turnover will increase 25% year on year. So in the first year, when our franchise partner is having a turnover of 60 lakh rupee, which means that he will get 5 lakh rupees, he or she will get 5 lakh rupees every month, revenue, in form of revenue. So what is the margin? The weighted average margin is 25%. Why weighted average? Because there is different margin on different things. Na? So that is why weighted average margin is 25%. So 25% of 5 lakh rupees, it is 1,25,000. So what are the expenses? The expenses are 50,000 rupees. So 75,000 rupees will be the net profit that a franchise partner can take home from the 4th month. And that is a very big thing. 75,000 rupee net profit, which our franchise partner can actually take home, because he does not need to reinvest that amount into the business, because the inventory is lying with us.
It's a double celebration though, because Gem Selections has just opened up a brand new store right here in Melbourne, Australia. Go check it out. I'm so excited. I wish you guys every success.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aradhya ji. Wonderful presentation it was. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Stanley ji. Thank you.
So we can take up a few questions from our partners. Jadeep ji, Manish ji, if you have any question, please take it up.
Hi, Aradhya ji. In case any astrologer consultation support is required by the client, so does the franchisee needs to hire an astrologer, or any support is given by you?
Actually,
in some
Manish
other
ji,
way?
we have a team of 21 astrologers who are on our payroll. So we have a team of 21 astrologers who are on our payroll. And apart from that, we have more than 1900 astrologers who work on a commission basis with us. So let's say any customer wants any astrological consultation. So our team will give the astrological consultation, and the franchise partner will also get commission in that. So end to end, the product, let's say nobody buys a ring, nobody buys a gemstone, only the gemstone. The person will get it made into a ring. So we also make the ring. So our franchise partner will also get margin in the making charges. So in the entire system, from the starting to end, our franchise partner will make money because we are in the entire chain. We are an organization which is vertically integrated as well as horizontally integrated.
And that EMI, it's only available on the stone, or also on the metal as well? Ring.
On metal also it can be done, no issues.
So
on metal, actually, it is very easy. On gemstone, getting the EMI done, it is difficult. We have spoken with a lot of people, and after that, we have get it done. So metal, it is very easy. On gemstone, it is difficult. So we get it done on both.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. No more questions.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Radhya ji, for coming and taking out time to be the part of the show. Thank you so much for joining in. And for more questions, we will definitely connect one-on-one with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So as this was the last brand of the evening, we will now move towards the end of the session. But before we close the session, we would request our Senior Vice President, Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, to share some words with us. Over to you, Sanjay sir, for some closing remarks.
Thank you, Stanley. Thank you very much. I think we should thank all the investors who are still there with us till now and listening to each and every brand. So we can suggest them that please do further filter out a category and a brand. If you have anything chosen or selected, our consultants would definitely get in touch with you and would take the same opportunity further. If you are still confused, if you are still not selected, if you are still trying to explore, then get in touch with our consultants for sure, and then they will help in terms of understanding your market, understanding your pocket, and understanding your what's your background. Accordingly, they can help, because this is only the presentation of few of the handpicked brands tonight. But Franchise India have got more than 700 brands across categories, across industries. Please do ask for other opportunities as well. We have a customized service as well, wherein we can give you a 6 months customized service, wherein Franchise India would give you a personalized, key account manager or an advisor. He can take you further, all the brands, all the opportunities, one-on-one discussion, their models, their financials. That's a registration process also. Please do ask for this service also, so that they can give you more understanding about what is the registration process, which can take you further deep into it and then evaluate and negotiate on your behalf. Thank you very much for joining in tonight. And we would like to thank all our experts for on panel today. And we will also invite them for closing remarks. I think Maniji, if before we before signing off, if you can have last remarks from your side to all the investors. Over to you.
Thanks, Sanjay ji, and thanks all the brands and the investors who were glued to the screen for a long time. Thanks for the patience. I will not take much time, and I would request you to contact our business hotline, and the consultants are available locally here. Please contact the business hotline, and we will be available locally to guide you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Manishji. Jaideepji, over to you for closing remarks from your side.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sanjay sir and Franchiseindia for providing this platform, and I'm really surprised and happy to see all the audience glued till they are with us till the time. They've gone through all the presentations deeply, and I'm sure they must be exploring so many other options. And to all the audience, yes, it's not just 4-5 options what we have presented. There are so many options across industry, across the investment options, investment range that you can explore. So when you are investing your hard-earned money, it's obviously advisable to go through the evaluation of the several of the business. So as Pune has opened up, it's already unlocked for a business opportunities. I invite you all for all your queries and concerns, and I'll be happy to answer any of your concerns. Thank you so much again, Sanjay sir, for inviting us in the panel, and thank you so much for connecting this Bharat Franchise Show. Happy to be a part.
Thank you very much for your time as well. And for all investors, we have already showcased our hotline number in the chat box. Please use that. It's a WhatsApp number also. You can save this. You can send us any WhatsApp, only WhatsApp. We will revert back to you on that. Over to you, Stanley. Now we can close the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, our panel members, for joining and making the session wonderful today. And thank you all the investors who have joined and are still with us. So that shows how serious they are to start their own business. Thank you so much for joining in. So you can also dial our hotline number, which is 9717683838. Tomorrow we have another show at 7 p.m. for which you can register yourself and explore. Also at 12 afternoon, we launch a new brand every day. So for new business opportunities, you can like our Facebook page, which is Franchiseindia Brands Limited, to get regular updates on new business opportunity we launch every single day. Thank you so much for joining in today. Good night, be safe, happy franchising to you all.
Good night.